Okay, I'm here. I had to move the lights. They were too close to my face. I'm like, good evening. And then I disappeared right like off the camera because that's what I do. I'm going to just do that from now on because I seem to like to do that. All right. Bad hair day, sticky. It was so hot in Los Angeles, you all. So hot. Wait, going through recovery specialist. Good. Oh, 22. Yay, Tatum. 22. 22 is awesome. It's 2, 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4, and this is a 4 year. So this should actually be a good year for you. Awesome. Sloan Bella was at the DMV. Oh, yeah. Was I? I was at the DMV for 6 hours last September. Or you were at the DMV. No, it was 2 Septembers ago. And I had to fly out of the country. I'm looking at a cruise. Oh, yeah, we are too. Oh, 21 weeks pregnant. Awesome. Yeah, we had to fly out of the country and I had to get a driver's license temporary because it ran out. Like, who's ever looking at that? Like, at this, point, I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyway, it ran out. This is 2 years ago, and I had to get the piece of paper and fly out. I completely wouldn't have even bothered, except that if I had to rent a car, I had to have a valid license. Hormone tea again? No, this is coffee from my machine. See? I'm still hostile hormonally, though, if that's what you're asking. I feel Ghislaine Maxwell is a see you next Tuesday. Oh, Belfast. Okay, cool. Yeah, you know what? Anyway, yeah, we had, I think it was like 6 hours I had to wait at the DMV to get that in order to leave town and rent a car. And then it took me a whole year to get my green card, for real. So I was like, it took me, filed for the green card in July and I got it maybe 9 months later. Exactly. So it took me that long to get it. Exactly. Hi, you guys. Hot flashes. No, I'm not hot right now. It's literally 100 degrees in Los Angeles. I'm not doing readings right now until I am able to open up my calendar. You have to check back because I open up a day or two as I emotionally feel I can. Just saying. Yeah. I'm hoping to, anyway, going to a DMV at 3 a.m. Oh, God. See, who should have to wait? I mean, the DMV, well, you know what? People went to the DMV, they booked it online. This is just like a month ago or in April to get their DMV stuff. And they didn't even call to say they weren't taking anybody in there. It's like, I don't know. I just booked online. Oh, it's a nightmare of a process. Here's my nails. They're still on. They're blue. But I'm changing them because I'm doing fun stuff on Friday. And I think I'm going to change them just to be obnoxious. And maybe put, I don't know, I've been doing dip powder. I love the dip powder. Absolutely. Why don't you pick a topic for tonight? Why don't I not pick a topic? Because you just told me to pick a topic. I can't do what people tell me to do. Sorry, rebellious over here. I'm laughing. I have a special event on Friday and I'm just getting texts. I'm not going to say anything about the special event. Until I'm there. But it'll be totally fun. It'll be fun. Me and Estelle will be doing TikToks again. That's when I do them, is when I can find Estelle. She has they don't get you, Sloan. I know, people just wanted to tell me what to do. I have a aversion to, I don't want to do, I'm not here to do, whatever. Anyway, I can't go into it. Check out Sally's Beauty Supply, Nail Maven's Heaven. Awesome. How about purple nail polish? Yeah, I could try purple. I'm probably going to go back to lighter blue. Really, I've been craving it. Just saying. No mask at Walmart. That's probably the one place I might wear a mask. Sorry, Walmart. No, I'm kidding. Purple to match your eyeshadow. Yeah, I could do that. This is Estelle's eyeshadow. I'm wearing it. Let's see. Oh, my God. I don't know who, Leo and Aries, don't get told what to do. Yeah, I can't. Well, I tell my Aries what to do. But my little Jason, my little Cancer, Aries rising, with that damn Mars and Taurus, won't do jack shit I tell him to do. Nothing. even if I said, help me, I can't get up off the floor, he'd be like, yeah, you just told me to help you get up off the floor. I'm not doing it. Vodka time, exactly. No mask at my Starbucks. Where are you from that there's no mask? I gave up Starbucks anyway. I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah, I did. They lost my money per month. Mandatory. Yeah, I know. Here's what I can tell you. Sag is, oh yeah, Keithy's a Sag too. He didn't like that either. Keithy told me when he was 10, this was Keith. Keith is like, Mom, stop calling me. Meanwhile, oh, there you are, Cuban sister from Florida. Boom. Yeah, Keithy told me when he was 10, he was like, I'll answer my phone and I'll tell you what you want, but I won't be doing it. I'll just tell you what I think you need to hear. I was like, mother bleeping bloody hell, who are you? Hi, Lori. Oh, Lori, I called you earlier, but I'll talk to you later. I'll call you later. Libra Lori's here, my Libra Lori. Let's see. School open September 3rd. 3 boys home. My kitchen looks... Oh, I can't stand them in my kitchen. Get the hell out of my kitchen, right? I hiked up to the top of Mount Wilson, and here is the adventure today, which I didn't get my camera out quick enough because I was like, Cancer's flip on that mask wearing. I know, right? Here, Libra love for you, Lori, Libra love. Lori, my Libra Lori. She's going to be like, don't call me that anymore. I went to Mount Wilson and I ran up, and what I found really interesting. So I was curious, like I wanted to see if it was open because they shut it down for July 4th, the celebration of freedom. But now I understand why they shut everything down, because this is communist California. So I understand it now. Don't get mad at me for saying that. But anyway, they shut it down. So I was talking to restaurants, you know, where I go, everywhere I go, and these people bought a lot of food to celebrate Independence Day, which is rather a joke at this point. Just saying. Anyway, I told you that night we went to In-N-Out Burger, and there was 6, 7, or 8 of them all jammed up each other's butts doing the food, grabbing my card. So here's my card. I have my wallet out here because I was buying deodorant online. Here's my card. So they take the card, they touch it with their gloves on, that they touch the food with, by the way, that they touch the bags with, that they touch the salt and pepper with, that they hand the people on the other side of the drive-through the bags with. They weren't changing their gloves. I'm just saying. And then I saw our little girl hand us the bag, and she patted some guy on the back or moved him out of his way. And I was like, that doesn't make sense to me if you're all so like uptight about your hygiene. I was like, that's weird, right? I want to go to New Zealand. In fact, my cousin, well, she didn't ask me to go to New Zealand. She just said, let's go to Ireland. So I'm going to start looking for a flight to Ireland. Don't ask me. We just decided we both have so much Irish. We're going to go to Ireland. But I noticed that they were all like touching things. And I was like, I watched them take my card, touch it, touch the fries, touch the milkshake thing, touch the, you know, all of that stuff. And then I wanted to see if they took their gloves off. We were in a long time at the drive-through because everybody is at this drive-through, and they were making our stuff. So we were watching, and I thought the restaurant that I go to, which is a jazz club, has the plexiglass between the booths, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because I can't even. I don't even know what to say. But anyway, it has the plexiglass, and I was like, okay, so if you seat people 2 booths apart, right, and you seat them, and high risk, not taking chances. Okay, well, if you're high risk, you don't have to take chances. No one wants you to take chances if you don't want to, for God's sakes. I don't want you to. But I don't want to be told what to do about anything in my life, because basically I'm born alone and I die alone. I'm just saying. And I'm not doing anything that bad. Considering boo spit shields. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, the restaurant, so they closed everything down, and yes, that's the one I ordered online. I got 6 of them. That's what I did. I'm like, oh, let me see what kind of deodorant. Cactus and poppy, great. I'm not a huge fan of like vanilla, but I got vanilla coconut, then I got eucalyptus mint, and then I got the other ones that come in the spring, the daily ones. So that's what I'm getting. I have no deodorant on right now. Native is not for menopausal woman. Oh, well, too bad. I just ordered 6 of them. Yeah. So anyway, oh, good. Ireland. Well, I'll be there soon with my cousin. I don't really know when, but She just texted me yesterday. Just say you're asymptomatic or claustrophobic. They can't. Yeah, exactly. Well, I am asymptomatic and I'm claustrophobic. And anyway, so I was wondering in my head, this beautiful jazz club that's in Los Angeles in, I'm like down there, Little Rock, Los Feliz. Anyway, I was just wondering, like, they shut them down. Why them? And then why is In-N-Out Burger allowed to be open? I was thinking to myself, because literally In-N-Out Burger is, I've described this the other night. It's the length of this room, and it's like, I don't know, 5 by 10 feet, and there's at least 6, 7, or 8 people in there on both sides of the window doing stuff. I use salt deodorant. Oh, good, Lori. Tell me, text me that shit. I just bought all this native. I'll give you one of them. You can tell me if it works for you. I use Tom's deodorant right now with lavender. Yeah, Tom's lavender. It's a bit prickly on my underarms. I don't know why I wanted to try this native one. Maybe I'll put it in everybody's Christmas bag. How about that? Or are we celebrating Christmas this year? Is Merry Christmas a bad word? Has it been banned? Am I going to be shot for saying Merry Christmas? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Oh my God, Merry Christmas. I'm not saying Happy Holidays. I'm going to say Merry Christmas. Bitches, and you're getting deodorant for Christmas. Tom's did not work for you. It seems to work okay, but yeah, I don't have deodorant on right now. I don't have any deodorant. I don't wear deodorant a lot because I got to come home and shower. So I'm like, who fucking cares, right? I mean, I go up running and I wear perfume. Sometimes perfume is my deodorant. This was my life with my kids, okay? So my life with my kids was I had to get them to school, obviously, no underwear, no deodorant, and I maybe not shaving a lot either. I don't care. I don't care. I'm like a, I don't know, a free spirit. I don't want to be like, I use baking soda on my teeth. So anyway, yes, I know what Jesus was, and I'm still saying Merry Christmas. Merry fucking Christmas. But when my kids were little, I had to go running in the morning. So I'd get up at 2 and 3 because I had to get them up. I wasn't like a good schedule person. So I'd go running for a couple of hours. I'd come back and I'd wake them up maybe 7 o'clock. We'd have to leave the house at 7:30. So I didn't give them milk. I just would throw like Cheerios in a bag. So my kids learned how to eat out of a bag. So I would do that. And, on the way to school, I would be like shaving in the car. I would stop in public bathrooms and wipe my feet and switch sandals out. And I used to wear my running shorts because I could wear shorts back then. Anyway, my running shorts with my cute little legs out, and I'd throw a skirt over them. And I would wear a top like this, and I'd just switch out bras, wipe my armpits in some bathroom somewhere, and then come out and throw perfume on and throw more makeup on. So that's how I lived most of my kids' life because I didn't want to go home, take a shower, take the time. Drove me crazy. It is Merry Christmas to all. Tea tree oil I love. Oh my God. Okay, so I brushed my teeth with tea tree oil once. Don't do that. It's okay to do that with the toothpaste, but don't do it with natural oil. I had the worst panic attack of my life. It dried everything up in my mouth, and I was like, oh my God, spot cleaning works fine. Yeah, I did the spot cleaning in every public bathroom. I literally would stop in the parks and stick my feet in the sink. That was who I was. Tea tree oil isn't. But that's the only way I was going to get. I know, Handmaid's Tale, when you get to it, they start sticking. I know that it's like fictitious and they're all in like, they look like Mormons or Mennonites in Canada. I don't know if you have, this woman is a dingbat. Oh yes, exactly. Banana pudding. We have trolls out, you guys. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know what? I'm going to do what I want the way I want to do it because Tulip is down. I'm at the studio. Tulip's at the house. Tulip and baby Jack, all of them, they're at the house, and it's so cute. They're so cute. Yeah, I know. Well, when you're a mom, you just don't have time. You can't you can't, I just couldn't get everything done. And poor Keithy was like a basketball aficionado. I dated a troll. Troll. I always think of the troll dolls with the little spoolies in their hair, their hair's up with the squeegee. They're like, I'm a troll. But Keithy was so good at basketball, but I didn't understand when I had my kids. I didn't know anything about school hierarchy, which is like political hierarchy. I had no idea because I was basically stupid and never went through school. I mean, I went through school, but not after the 9th grade. So I didn't really understand. But Keithy was so good at playing basketball that everybody wanted him on the team, but I couldn't mentally get to the sign-up date at the right time. So we always got on the teams with, oh, good, Keithy's good. But I couldn't get to the sign-up for the basketball at the right time. There was something mentally wrong with my scheduling. Like I was so ADD. I'd forget and it would come up every year and I'd be like, oh my God, I don't understand. So we'd be in the group of those straggler parents, whose kids are just like, I want to play basketball. Anyway, Keithy was like a super good basketball player and people bounced right off his chest, broke a kid's nose bumping into him. He had single focus and he was so tall and so good. But anyway, later on when he got older, I tried to get him on some teams, like with the good teams, because I get that. Oh yeah, if you raise 3 kids, you understand there's no time for showers. I mean, there is like once or twice a week. Under his eye, I know. Under his eye, the Nazi government ruler. Under his eye, Nazis. But New Jersey, I know. Beastie Keithy was hilarious. People would bounce right off his chest. But he was so good and he practiced and he was such a cute little guy and I loved his little glasses. I got him contacts when he was 10 because he played basketball and mommy of 4, good for you. Yeah, and I don't know that I was like the best mother. I tried, but I was really scattered. So it was just like, I was like, oh my God, okay, so get out the car. I'm going over here. Like I was just all over, as you can tell. But I actually took him and he was such a good basketball player. And there was this coach and I'll never forget it. Mark, I don't know, something. He was literally shorter than me. So he's a basketball coach and he's shorter than 5'5", 5'6". And he's a dude. And all the kids on his team, they got to play everywhere. Keith wanted to be on that team. And Keith was better than a lot of those kids. I auditioned him. I jumped up and down, but I just couldn't give them graft. They were actually taking money and favors and all kinds of things to get these 9th graders on the basketball team. And I'm like, I can't do that. Keith, you're going to have to pick another sport. I can't. Or you're going to have to go to another team. I mean, seriously. I couldn't. He was such a bitch, this coach. Keithy was so good and he wouldn't even do it. He wouldn't even do it because he's like, you're not giving me anything. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna. They're kids. I know. Life is treating me well. I'm alive. Can be related to EMF and wall electricity. It could be. I know it is fucked up. They were little, but the short kids, this is terrible. I'm terrible. So the less tall kids, okay? The less tall kids were on the team because the parents had money and cocaine. That's true. I told you, I went to one of Keith's friends' houses, very well established. Everybody wanted to be over there, very famous parent, etc. And I went to pick up my 14-year-old and the father of said kid says to me, mother was a Playboy bunny, father was a musician, you know the shit. Anyway, father says to me, can I get you anything to drink? While I was waiting for Keithy to get out of the pool, less tall, shorter, exactly, out of the pool. And I go, no, I'm good, thanks. And then he goes, do you want some cocaine? I'm like, yeah, let me do some cocaine while I'm picking up my 14-year-old. That's a good idea. Seriously. What's that in school? What the hell is that? I was like, oh, I see. The coach got cocaine from this daddy so his kid could get on the basketball team. The kid couldn't play basketball. Kid wasn't going to go anywhere. Not that should be. No, seriously. I know. This went on all through my kids. Both. Was weed in your life? No, I don't smoke weed. My kids, yeah. I mean, I'm sure they would have offered me weed, but this guy went straight to cocaine. He's like, do you want some cocaine? I'm like, do I look like I fucking do cocaine? I might because I'm so hyper, but No, I didn't do cocaine. And I was like, I'm the mother of a 14-year-old at your house. I'm not doing cocaine. Well, they were, all the parents were doing it. That's why they were over there. And the mother, get a load of this, the mother was sleeping with her son's teenage friends at school. There were several of those mothers. Yes, they call it powder your nose, whatever. Seriously. So I know cocaine, I know. I mean, yeah, I'm like, no. I did smoke weed a couple of times, but not much because I got panic attacks from it, to tell you the truth. And I may have been 13. I'm not a weed smoker. My kids never saw me drink. Well, I told you I drank wine for 1 month after I had Keith. Okay. Because I craved alcohol through that whole pregnancy. So for the 1 month after I had Keith, I drank 1 or 2 bottles of wine a night and then never picked up liquor again. That's pretty much, oh, they're terrible parents. The whole school was full of terrible parents. Fucking bullshit, kiss ass, drug addicted. I would have parents call me, friends of my son's mothers call me. Is it okay if Keith has a beer? No, he's 14. It's not okay. He's going to go do that on his own if he's gonna. But why am I going to, what, you want me to fucking agree to it? No. And we had family members who did shit like that too. It's like, wow. Not doing it. No, Mike, and I got to say this, the funniest story with Keith. I shouldn't be outing Keith. I only smoke of the nights. Okay, well, yeah, you can smoke whatever you want, but what happens to you? I don't smoke weed. I don't know much about it. I know that they've made it legal, at least in California. I don't know about maybe all over the world. I'm not sure. But my thinking with weed is, if everybody's doing it and the government's taxing it, what are they spraying the pesticides with? And what are they doing to the weed where they're growing it? What are they putting into your body? So I don't do it. And it, quite frankly, I don't want anything in my body like that. Yes, God made weed, but that's not how they're processing it. They're mass producing it. God made cocaine too, coca leaves. God made heroin, poppy plants. I say that all the time. God made every fucking thing, and including making the doctors that made LSD. Just so we're very clear on that. God made everything, if you're going to go that way with it. So, yeah, I tried really hard. But no, Keithy said to me when he was a teenager, we actually had this argument. Comes in, he's like 15. His arm, the hips are, he's taller than me, and his little hands are on his hips, and he's like, nobody likes you, he says to me. And I'm like, that's okay. I don't fucking like them. He goes, you're the only parent that doesn't let the kids do drugs in the house. And I'm like, okay, good. Then I'm overachieving at that. So then when he was 17, he told me, he thanked me for that. That's what he thanked me for. So I was like really glad. I know he got so mad at me. I know, but he thanked me. He was just being like a little brat back then, right? Exactly. Well, the parents were very kiss-assy. They wanted to be in that, whatever clique of people. But, if I'm going to be the mother of a teenage boy and I'm going to be sleeping with his friends because I'm so drugged out of my mind or drunk, I don't think. There were several, and they were very pretty girls. Really, really gorgeous, blonde, long hair. Both of them look like Playboy bunnies, like beautiful women, okay? Like really, really stunning. Husbands were good looking. These bitches were fucking your teenage boys. There are women who do that. And yeah, I just was like, I told you the story. One of their houses, Keithy would go over there, and I didn't want him to, I know it's gross, but I could name them. I'm not gonna. Yes, it would be pedophilia. What else would it be? Why does a woman sleep with her son? How embarrassing, right? Oh, I guess it's okay for a woman. It's not okay for a woman. It's never okay for a woman if it's not okay for a man. Equal. You can't do that. It's unacceptable. It's disgusting. Exactly. But it was really interesting because Keithy would stay at this kid's house. And after they offered me cocaine and shit, I was like, fuck, what are these kids doing over there? So anyway, long, boring story short, I told you the story. I would tell Keith, okay, you can stay over, because I couldn't tell him no, because he's going to go do what he wants. Anyway, so, and I could ground him and they just climb out the window when I'm asleep. That's how my kids were. That's how I was too. But so I would say to him, okay, I'll pick you up. This is before he drove. So I would say, okay, Keithy, I'll pick you up at like 6:30 in the morning when I come down the hill from running, because it was in a different town than where we lived. And he'd go, why so early? And I'd say, well, because I've got clients. So I've got clients at 8 in the morning. So I've got to pick you up then because I'm busy all day. So he would stay over, but because I picked him up so early in the morning, he wouldn't do anything with those people at night. Or if he did, he would be okay in the morning when I picked him up. Hilarious. I'd knock on the door at 6:30, get my kid out, text him. Oh, yeah, I know. Keithy is a good boy. It took me, when he was graduating from high school, they called me in literally 2 weeks before graduation and said, where's he been for 6 months? I'm like, you're the school. Why didn't you call me? I thought this kid was going to school. No, he would show up for his tests. He was on the honor student. He would write his tests. He would ace them, and then he'd go skateboard downtown. This is what I found out. I found this out after. This is what I found out. I was laughing. I'm like, I had no idea where my kids were. And my trick when my kids were little, as, let's see, Sloan, look on TikTok. There's a video. Melinda Gage, she looks like Kevin Kline wearing a wig. Oh my God, I'll have to do that. Yeah, he was so bored with school. Very, very smart. Honor students would ace the test, but I had no idea. And the principal, she'd be like, well, he can't walk across the stage. And I'm like, well, why can't he walk across the stage? Because he hasn't been in school for 6 months. And I'm like, I'm on your phone list for when you need to reach me. Why wasn't I getting the message? So she goes, well, he needs to do, I don't know, some ridiculous amount of hours of community service. And he couldn't get it done by graduation. And that kid deserved to walk across the stage. So, because it's only about money for the school system. The school system is indoctrination and it's crap a lot of the time. There were some really good teachers, though, that both my kids liked once we switched them out of one of the other school areas. There were some good kids. So anyway, one of my friends with a nonprofit wrote the thing that Keith had been doing the charity work for that amount of time, and he got to walk across the stage. And unlike Jason, who did not let me near him for a photograph when he graduated, Jason was like this. He was like this. Keithy let me near him, so I got a picture of me and Keith, but it's a real quick one. It's a real super quick picture, and that's just it. 9 absence and you failed in Florida. Well, Keith, I mean, he passed everything. Like, he's not stupid. The kid's not stupid. But, I mean, he passed everything. Hi, you guys. So, yeah, okay, many connected to Epstein. Yeah, we know this. But she graduated. Yeah. I know. My kid, Jason, will not go anywhere near me. Jason's not like a huge fan of me. He's not a fan of his mother. I'm on a need to know basis. Keithy's more acts like he's a fan, but not my Jason. But it doesn't matter. I don't care what Jason says. Jason's not the boss of me anymore. He was when he was little. He wrapped me around his finger till I did like spins, but not anymore. Not anymore, I tell you. But yeah, these parents in the school, so you've got to kind of watch your kids. But again, I had a hard time. So then that's back. I went off on a tangent. Ooh, Midland, Ontario. My parents used to live there. Or was it my brother? I don't know, because I don't know. But Midland, somebody lived in Midland. I know, Jason is my Chirpy. Chirpy will be 28 next week. My Chirperoo will be 28. I can't even, how long did I miss? Not very long. Jason will be 28. I can't believe it. I remember, oh my God, yes. Yes, Jason will be 28. I remember being in the car and going into labor. The amount of pain. And then I remember being in the jacuzzi and pushing my little Jason out. And then, oh my God, 16, a little cancer, cute. How do you come up with the nickname Chirpy? Oh, because when he was born, do I have his little picture? I have his picture somewhere. I can't even turn my neck. I just threw it out this morning. Anyway, he came out and he had a little cone head. He was so cute with his little cone head. Yeah, first time baby's got the cone head. But he opened his mouth right away and he was like talking. So he looked like a little bird, like this, looking for the boob and talking the whole time. So yeah, exactly. Wait, oh, there you go. Anyway, he was so cute. And that's why I called him Chirpy, Chirperoo, baby chirp, because he was a little bird. And he was always chirping and talking until he became silent and wouldn't talk to me anymore. You know, the guy thing, but he was Chirperoo. Hi, Jana. I'm going to see your daughter soon. I'm not going to say that out loud. We're going to do TikToks together. That's what we're going to do. She teaching me TikToks, 53 and 28. I love that age. Yeah, Jason was so cute when he was born, But when I was giving birth to him, he was coming out. You know how that goes. And so I was doing the home birth, and my birth mom was there because I met my birth mom, and she was there filming. So I was making her film, and John was beside me at 27. Okay, today, the 8th July. Okay, wait, my son is 27 today. Oh, good. Happy birthday. Love the TikToks. I know they say we're being taken over by China through the TikToks. So I was having little Jason at home, and it was back labor. So I had like 18 hours of labor, and it was back labor. And finally, like maybe 3 hours before I had him, just before it took me 3 hours to push him out. I couldn't get his fat head out. That's why he's a cone shape. I was sitting there and I was like, I'm done with this. Like, this is how ADD I am. I'm like, I'm done with giving birth. I don't think I want to do this. So I told John, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to go shopping. And he's looking at me like, you can't go shopping. You're in the middle of labor. And I'm like, no, I think I want to go shopping. And then that's after I begged for drugs from the little kid down the street. And I'm like, no, I think I'm going to go. And I tried to like leave. And John's like, no, you got to do this, right? You got to go and give birth. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't really want a baby right now. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Anyway, then I started to push, right? 16 hours of labor. I know. I gave birth. Yes, my baby was 9 pounds. Jason was 22 inches and just slightly over 9 pounds. And yeah, true shopaholic. Exactly. I was like, I think I'm going to go take a little break. Anyway, they put a mirror between my legs so I could see his little head crowning. And the midwife was like, here, touch his head, right? So of course she sticks my finger inside myself and then I can feel his head. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not wanting to do this right now. I think I think I don't want to do this, right? Happy birthday to your daughter. I was like, I am sorry, his little brown hair. Anyway, my mom's sitting there with the mirror and I'm like pushing and I'm looking and I'm like, that's disgusting. Oh God. Anyway, his head was there and I'm like, I can't get this out. This needs to stop, right? So John is right beside me. And so I'm up, I'm down, I'm sitting, I'm squatting. I'm out of the jacuzzi at this point. And I'm doing everything and I'm like, I know. Well, I was actually quite fascinated. Zoom in while I was like quite fascinated by the whole mirror thing. But anyway, and my mom's videotaping it. And well, it was weird because I had never really met my birth mom. I just met her before I got pregnant. So it's like, hi, you never raised me. You were never in my life, but now you're going to watch me give birth. You're going to deal with my vagina. Anyway, so we're doing it. And suddenly little Jason's coming out. And they're like, push, push, push. And I'm like, oh, fuck off. So as I'm pushing, I'm literally shot back through the back of my head. Literally. And as I stood behind myself watching my big, like, oh, my mom looked identical to me. She looked really like, she's a spitting image, but she had brown hair. She's very hippie and did yoga. She was a pot smoker, did yoga, and was a runner. She died like really early though. Vegetarian, vegan, all of that stuff, and dropped dead before she hit 60. So anyway, I met her, so that was good. But I went right out of my body. And I saw Jason. Now, I tell this story all the time, and which I told you guys, so if I'm boring you, I apologize. But I had was pushing him out. I hadn't even got him out. Like, he was still in. And I saw him standing here, and on my right, I saw John, and I saw them talking to each other. Jason was about 19, and he handed John a baby girl, but she was in a diaper, and I told you this. She had, like, brown hair, and she was in a diaper, and I saw him hand John, and I said, oh, and I started to describe Lila. I said, this is what she looks like. He's going to have a baby. It's going to be at this time. This exactly, just completely out of body. And anyway, I saw Jason as a 19-year-old boy talking to John, handing him Lila, but she was in a diaper and she was about 10 months old. I know, rascal pants, diaper butt. I'm not allowed to call her that anymore. Pumpkin pants. But I saw it. And so I was describing that to John as I was pushing Jason out. And then he came out with his little cone head. And John gave him his first little bath and sat with him, and he came straight for the boob. Definitely a boob man. Anyway, he came there. So when we met Lila, she was 10 months old. Really, she was 10 months old. And when I saw her, she toddled right over just like I saw. And I'm like, that's her. That's her. That's Rascal Pants. And so then that's it. That was her. I saw that. Now with Keith came through me like a roller coaster. Wait, went into labor. My birthday didn't have until the 8th. Oh my God. That's a long labor. That could be back labor or stuck. Yes, exactly. Keithy came out of me like, I told you I always say I told you because I'm repeating myself, but I was having dinner with, John and I were having dinner with Bob. Bob fought in Vietnam, three or four tours in Vietnam. John's best friend from high school. And yes, because they're older. And Bob and I were betting at dinner. I was eating an omelet. We were betting at dinner. And he's like, this kid's going to come out before 10 o'clock. I'm like, this kid's not coming out before 10 o'clock. I don't think so. And he said, yes, it was a $100 bet. And I'll be damned if I wasn't sitting there at the dinner table. And I went right into labor. I'm like, ah. And then, so it was like 4.5 hours of labor with Keith, but it was very traumatic. Keith was like a roller coaster ride where they threw me up in the air without a parachute and I hit the ground like that and he hit the ground. So I'm lucky that kid's alive because he was dying coming out and the midwife couldn't get there and he came too fast. And oh my God, so different. So different. Jason was very steady and Jason was born in the water. So Jason is, I didn't have a Diet Coke with lemon. I actually wanted to beat the shit out of everybody when I was in labor. I was, I can't even, I just can't. But yeah, Jason was born in the water, very psychic. So they had to actually, the midwife had to put a little little knife thing in the side and break the water because he was trying to come out in the water because that's Jason. At first, the water broke at 4 months and it had to seal it up, meaning I just had to have bed rest and I couldn't do that. And then, so I just said, fuck it, if you're not coming, you're not coming. And he sealed up so good himself, he wasn't coming out. That's a Cancer. In the water. Psychic boy. Exactly. Coke was before my kids. Oh yeah, I didn't do Coke. But I'm just saying, yeah, it's a crazy how every labor is so different. Labor for 3 days and 9 months. She drank 1 glass of water. Dry birth. Oh my God. Your brother's head was too big. Yeah, Jason got a pretty fat head. Keith had an alien head. But yeah, that was something. So didn't you know? No, I didn't know about Lila's mom. No, because Jason was dating Haley at the time. So I didn't know about Kenna. No, I did not. Keith was the second baby. And no, I didn't know about Kenna. I knew nothing about Kenna. I'd known Haley since she was a little girl. So I didn't know about Kenna. Yes, Cancers are manipulative. Don't tell Jason I said that. I went into Jason's room, I don't know, cleaning up something. You should always knock in your teenage kid's room. And I saw a girl on the bed. I thought it was Haley. I didn't really care if the kids had people in their rooms and stuff like that. Young, like when they were too young, yes. But once they hit 16, I was like, I'm not going to control it anyway. So Jason, I saw a little girl in Jason's bed. I thought it was Haley, but she had different color hair. So I was like, Haley, you dyed your hair, but it was Kenna. That's what happened. True story. And then I loved Kenna. And I loved Haley too. I love everybody. Can you explain what it feels like to be out of body? Yes, I can explain what it likes to be out of body. Out of body, me and my little twin are 25 minutes apart. Oh my God. Your mother had to wait 25 minutes. Out comes one, out comes the other. Ooh, 1.5 pounds. Wow. That is a little baby, but now you're all grown, so it's okay. Okay, yeah, Jason was pimping, yeah. Jason was cute. I mean, Haley was his young girlfriend. And I always thought Haley would be that, but I don't know why I thought that because people change people all the time. I love Kenna. McKenna is one of my favorite people on the planet. And Lila, of course, is the Rascal Pants. Who could not love Lila? I love her so much. So I'm really lucky that Jason brought home Kenna and then brought home Lila. So I'm lucky. I don't care who my boys bring home and because I love them all. And that's the truth. Okay, so 58 minutes between my twin one natural. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, 58 minutes. I'd be like, get this kid out of me. Okay, so what does out of body experience feel like? After 4 boys, my mom finally had a girl, me. Oh my God, 5 kids. Holy shit. Good for her. I can't do that. Yeah, I'm a good mother-in-law. No, there's no way I'm going to attack anybody that's with my sons because I don't see my boys much, meaning they don't really pay attention. They're more daddy's boys, so I'm like their second thought. I'm not the one that they focus on that much. So I would never cause a problem for my kids that way. Now, when they were in grade school, I'm going to discern who they hang out with because I'm in charge at that time. But once they hit 16, I was like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do, if my sons love somebody, and I've even said this, even if they were morally, ethically against my opinion, I will never speak ill of anyone my boys bring home. Keithy told me I'm not allowed to meet any new girlfriends because I make friends with them. So I'm not allowed to. Paige and I were great friends. Paige was his girlfriend all through school and grade school. So yeah, I love Paige. I'm still friends with Paige. I love my Paige. I do. And I love Nicole, her mom too. So Nicole was my friend. Paige was my friend, Paigearella. And I love her so much. But Keithy says, no, you can't meet them because you're going to be friends with them. And I'm like, why wouldn't I be friends with them? Of course. And I'm not going to say anything except for cute little kid stories of my kids. But I would never say, I just wouldn't do that. I think it's really cruel. I think it's cruel for anybody to talk about their other family members and cause problems for people in the family. If I had to do it again, and I can truly say this, if my Scorpio sun and we don't really get along, she's threatened me, I would still not say anything wrong against her. I absolutely wouldn't. You would not hear a wrong word out of me ever. I won't do it. But I was in a different situation. My mother-in-law was nice to me at first until I married her son. Not so bueno. Of course, there was a huge age difference, so it was probably really embarrassing for her. I would be embarrassed, but she's from a different generation, and I was like the age of his daughter, so that's like really creepy. I'm actually 2 months younger, so that's probably very creepy for a family. However, not my issue. I mean, I have my own issues, but not my issue. But when I got pregnant with Keith, she pulled me aside and she's like, you did this on purpose. You made him do this. I'm like, made him? No. He did this on his own. She's like, you tricked him into getting pregnant. And I'm like, tricked him? I don't fucking think I tricked him. Yeah, that's right. I tricked him. No. Yeah, no, she passed away in like 2004. She was nice and a kind person. She was a really kind person. I just think for whatever reason, she didn't care for the fact that her son married me, which I guess she's entitled to that, right? She's entitled to that. But yeah, I just, yeah, I don't know. I mean, she was nice. She loved my Jason. Keith, she used to call me and say, you got to come get him. He was wild. Keith was like really very active, and she's like, I can't. So she watched the kids a lot. So I appreciate that. I found out later on what she said. Yeah, I don't know who's with me. It's probably her right behind me right now. She was pretty funny. I didn't mind her. I did get along with her, but there were times when she did do little fuckery things, little fucked up things. But overall, she was a good person. I'm just not going to do that with my boys. I have a delicate relationship with them. I don't need to push it over the edge and do anything to make them not like me more than they already don't, or the distance that they keep at times. So yeah, I just wouldn't do it. If you're a parent, why do you want to do that? Even, does she ever communicate with you? No, not really. Hi, Ashley. Oh my God, I love little Ashley, fellow Leo. No, I don't. I'm trying to think. Years ago, maybe she did. I'm telling you, this is a funny story. You just asked me a question about her. So Anyway, she called me. I was teaching a meditation class at the house, and she called me that night. And John had taken the boys to the circus. Not something I agree with now, but at the time he took them, they were in town. So they wanted to go see the elephants and stuff like that, which is actually a form of brutality now, we all agree. It's not a good thing. But when they were little, like 7 and 5 or 9 or 6, and I don't know, whatever, they were little. Anyway, I had a whole house full of people, and she called me and she said her back hurts. And I said, well, what were you lifting? She was 87 at the time. I said, well, what were you lifting? And she said, nothing, but my back hurts. I said, okay, like this is me. Okay, because I was busy, right? Totally ignore it. I said, well, Johnny's not home. I'll tell him when he gets home. Anyway, they didn't come home till after like 10:30. They were at the Barnum and Bailey Circus. So didn't think anything of it, right? Didn't think anything of it. The next day, the person who delivers her groceries knocked on the door, and I guess she didn't get in, so he called John. John climbed in through the window. She'd had a stroke, and I guess she was laying there. So that was the back pain with her, which was interesting. And she went to the hospital, and I think Jason might have been 12, Keith younger, or 10. I don't know. But anyway, we went to the hospital, and she was in there, and they wanted to put her on a feeding tube. Well, she loved to eat. She was not fat. So we're in the hospital, and I didn't want to tell her that she couldn't swallow. The doctor told me that. She had no swallowing. So I did not want to tell her that. Why panic her? So we're in the hospital room, and she's like, I'm going to tell you about the out-of-body in a second. But we're in the hospital room, and I snuck Keithy in there, and she looks right at Keith, and she goes, they won't let me eat in here. Then she looks at me, and she goes, you're always on a diet. I swear to God, you're always on a diet, and you need to be on a diet. But I don't. I'm hungry, and I want to eat. And I was like, oh, God. It was tempting to tell her. Fuck you. You can't swallow. But I didn't. She was bugging me so much. But she just kept saying, you won't let me eat. And so when Johnny would come in the family, she'd keep saying, she won't let me eat. She was blaming me. Yeah, I think so. She did tell me about the back pain. I thought she was always climbing up on stuff and cleaning stuff out and looking for stuff and bending over and getting stuff out from under the bed. But yeah, she got really mad. So anyway, we kind of just let her pass away in the hospital, and we were all with her. And here's an even weirder story. So we were at home and we went to the hospital. We were on our way to the hospital, and we were going to go see her first before we took the kids for dinner. So we had Jason and Keith and Matt and John, the neighborhood, the 2 kids around the corner, because we were just going to go drop in the hospital, say hi to grandma, and then go eat dinner. And suddenly I got super hungry. Like, we're on the way to the hospital. I'm like, no, I have to eat right now. This was true. So we went in, we sat down, we ate with the kids, all 4 kids. I forget what we were doing after, and we went to the hospital. Well, if we'd have gone early, we wouldn't have been with her when she passed. Within 20 minutes of getting to the hospital, she passed away. So we were all around her bed, including the 2 other boys that were, they knew her, but strangers, right? So yeah, so I had to drop those 2 boys off at home and go, by the way, grandma died, and they were in the hospital room with her, even though, like, I didn't have your permission. But it was funny because something directed me to go eat first, like grilled cheese, whatever we were eating, and then go to the hospital. I guess because I was so hungry. Anyway, that was weird. Okay, so out of body, I did see her after she passed. I saw her at her funeral, and she was harping on something with me, so it was pretty funny. Passive-aggressive mother-in-law. I know, I had to fucking eat first. She's always like, well, you're the one that needs a diet. You're always dieting because you fucked up people keep telling me I'm fat, you fucking people. And really I wasn't. But anyway, grandma died. Have a nice day. Oh yeah. Okay, so out of body. Here's how out of body feels to me. And this happens to me when I'm running. So when I get into, I guess, an altered state, what happens is, well, okay, let me talk about when I'm at home. If I'm at home and I'm in bed and I'm leaving my body, sometimes it feels like I'm rising up and going, just like literally going through a different kind of air atmosphere, and then I'm outside. So when I'm outside of my body, it's like I'm in my body, but I don't notice I'm out of it until something physically happens to my body. Meaning if I'm running and it happens, and it does, that's usually when I fall and injure myself, is when I'm out of body. When I'm sleeping, the only way I know that I'm out of body is when I ground back in. And so I can tell you how it feels when you get back in. It feels like you're going through turbulence in an airplane, and it's shaking like this, because I start shaking and then I kind of zoom into my body. So it feels like I'm going through turbulence in an airplane, and then I ground in like that. So it's sometimes hard. Like I open my eyes and I can't move my arms, or I can't move my leg, or that kind of thing. I felt like I was on the ceiling looking down, in a lot of pain. Oh, down at myself in a lot of pain. Yeah, I don't feel the pain. I shoot right out of my body. Like and it's nothing. It's just like I'm behind myself. But it's more when I'm coming in to my body. Do you go to the astral? I have, yes, I have. Jason does quite a bit. I do go to I can get out to the astral right now. I can do it in 5 seconds, and I can be on the astral level. I hear them. I hear them on the astral level. I hear them talking. I hear them doing stuff. I get a feel. I can see them peeking at me through I'll call it through the veil, but it's through the atmosphere. So it's like a turbulence. Like if you leave the airport and you see a bunch of clouds above the airport, or it's been raining and you're going up in an airplane and it's shaking like that, that's what happens to my body when I come back down. So I more notice the airplane coming back down, like coming into my body, but I can see them and I feel them. I feel them looking at me on the astral level. There's many different levels to the astral level. So the first level, where marijuana takes you, actually, is right outside our earth, or our physical body, like where we are right now. So it's the first dimension out. So it's probably the 4th dimension. And that's where a lot of the tricksters live. So that's where a lot of the looky-loos that don't want to cross into the light and do that kind of thing, that's where they look. They live on that level, and they see who they can come and connect with. So they end up there waiting for people to meet them. And there's all kinds of tricksters. That's where people describe like seeing cartoons. Yeah, it is like when you have a bad fever. I had 3 women that used to sit on the edge of my bed and drink tea. And I don't know who the fuck they were, but when I was a little kid, they'd drink tea. I'd wake up, they'd all be on the edge of my bed. They'd be talking to me, and I'd be waking up going, who the hell are these people? They hang around, not just my house, a lot of people's house. LSD makes you leave your body completely. Yes, I was a huge fan of LSD, tell you the truth. For some reason, that didn't give me anxiety, but pot gave me anxiety. So yes, cartoons, that's on the astral level. It's more, you describe it like where things morph into cartoons and clowns and people with masks on. It's also where the government uses their technology on the astral level. It's also where they go to do remote viewing. So you can get there pretty easy. Yeah, I was an acid fan, but not anymore. Yeah, I'd probably have a nervous breakdown if I took it. I saw aliens while I was in my body. Hooded beings surrounding my beds. That's what I had too. Yes, LSD is very old school. I'm old school. I'm in my 50s. So yeah, I'm old school, but I'm not really old school. The kids do acid right now. It was actually a drug designed by psychiatrists to see how much they could control the mind. But, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I took it quite a bit. I took it from age 12 to age 20. I got on a plane to Los Angeles high on LSD. True story. But yeah, so I arrived here high. So I will tell you that. And LSD LSD, I got arrested a lot when I was on LSD because I couldn't speak. I was telepathically talking to people. So what happens to me, even if I take Tylenol, if I take anything, okay? If I do anything like this, I'm out of my body immediately. I'm right out of my body. I literally can't take anything. Like I'm afraid to take any drug. I don't know what the aliens want. I saw The Exorcist on LSD. That's fucking hilarious. That would traumatize the shit out of me. Oh God. That would apparently I did ecstasy, but I don't remember doing it. This is what my friends tell me. I had no idea. I was probably on LSD and ecstasy. The hooded aliens, those are what were around my bed. They look like nomadic Bedouins. So they were covered and they looked like earwig men. They looked like bug faces, bug bodies, but they stood really tall. That's a certain type of alien, and I forget what type that is. But they were around me. I assume from telepathically talking to, I go right into telepathy, but I assume that they were moving my energy on, on a certain level. Somebody says COVID will end on November 4th. Okay, I clearly remember out of body elementary school student, but can't remember since that time. I was sitting on the sofa with my sister and suddenly standing in the doorway looking at us seated there. Oh, that's so good, Penny. That's exactly. Penny had an out of body experience. And thank you for that, Penny. Yeah. Out of body's interesting. I fly right out, like right out. Yeah, that's right. LSD made me lose my pants at the laundromat. I won't bore you with that boring story, but that went around and around in my head. And what the funniest thing was, I had a girlfriend in school where I did all of these things with. And when we were adults, I was going, God, we were really like doing a lot of drugs. And she's like, oh no, I was experimenting. I'm like, you fucked up with that. You see, in denial. No, you weren't experimenting. You were full on into it, sister. Yeah, so it was weird. I lived in a lot of flop houses and places where people were doing all various kinds of drugs, shooting up. I mean, this was me because I have almost Virgo rising. I used to pick the needles up off the floor. This is back, I'm 14. I'll pick the needles up off the floor. I would be like, why are you people, because they get high, they'd leave their cigarettes, put their needles in the beer bottles and their cigarette butts in there. This flipped me out. So I used to go in the kitchen and literally clean the needles and make sure that they weren't dirty. I wasn't thinking of AIDS because I don't think we knew about it exactly right then. That would be right around 82 when it was just coming out. But I used to put the needles into a container and bleach them so that they didn't, have to use the dirty needles, because I didn't like that they dumped them in the beer and then they would use them again the next morning. This would piss me off. Yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah, the drug. Okay, I missed that about Axl Rose. Yeah, I did that. I did that a lot. A lot of people. And then my first husband, complete idiot, with one of my friends, Derek. I'm not going to mention his last name in case he's still alive. But yeah, it is ghetto, but I clean the needle. I can't help it. That's where I lived as a teenager. Call it ghetto all you want. The drug addict is ghetto. What do you think think Whitney Houston was a better drug addict because she had money? No, the drug addict ends the same way. Life as a drug addict ends the same way. Doesn't fucking matter if you have money. Look at Howard Hughes, okay? He too was a heroin addict, all right? Shooting up. They shoot up meth, heroin, all of that. Does not matter. It's all ghetto. Drugs are ghetto, period. Drugs, crack is whack. I know, she was making a distinguish between crack and between cocaine. So if she did cocaine, she was not whack. But the point is, she did crack too, because they always get to smoking crack. I mean, you need to get high. This is what you do. But my first husband and his idiot friend, I think they might have been 15, something like this. These two idiots actually shot up, I want to say it was beer at the time. They actually did. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? One of them literally knocked himself out. And then my best friend, I'm not mentioning his name on here in case he's watching. This is a true story. True story. Was such a drug addict. He's sober now. He's been sober since his mid-40s, 45, I think, and he's my age. He was a raging addict, okay, raging, but from age 14 on, all right, raging. There's always a trauma in childhood to it, but nonetheless, he's super articulate, super smart, and super fun. A little bit odd, a little bit weird, had some weird things go on, but I cracked my head open at a party. You know those parties where they Beavis and Butthead, exactly. You know those parties where people go out in the woods and they party, like the bush parties or whatever. I was at one like this. Is Toronto North, that kind of thing. Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you, guys. That's awfully kind. Thank you. I was at one of these bush parties and I was carrying the milk cartons. My friend Randy worked at the dairy and we got the milk cartons and we were partying behind there. pitch black, and I tripped. I had like 5 milk cartons and one cracked my head open. I didn't notice it, but I had like a sharp pain on my head because it hit my head. And I was like, and then I looked and I'm like, oh my God, I'm bleeding. So my best friend, dude, took me to the hospital and we went in and they did whatever to my head, or probably cleaned it up and said, okay, crazy bitch, you know, whatever you're doing. Well, while I was in the hospital room, he was stealing anesthetic. This is before they locked all that shit up. He was stealing anesthetic of some kind out of the doctor's things there. He ran across to the park and was shooting up fucking anesthetic. I was like, he'd be unconscious. I'm like, what are you doing? What the actual hell are you doing? No, I'm surprised he's not. You have no idea what this kid did. Oh my God, seriously. I was like, I couldn't go to the hospital with him because I'm like, you're gonna fucking steal the anesthetic. I was just like, what the hell? I never did shit like that. I was like, I'm not interested in putting anesthetic as in your heart stops. No, he didn't care. He used to also play chicken. He freaked me out because it actually really wigged me out. But he would climb, our friend Mike's dead, but of course he is. Anyway, Mike's passed away in his mid-40s, but he had a drug problem. He'd gotten clean. He had beautiful kids. He was doing really, really good. Anyway, he got a back injury, fell off a roof. He was a roofer, fell off a roof, and then he took the Oxycontin and they found him dead. I think something happened. He had a cold. He took Oxycontin. You can't really do that. And so his wife woke up and he was dead. His kids are lovely. His wife's lovely. I've known them my whole life. Anyway, he was our other best friend. What the hell was my point? I had a point to this. Oh yeah, well, Mike's apartment growing up when he was a kid, 15, they would lock me in the bedroom. It was a penthouse apartment. They would lock me in the bedroom because I was like a mother hen. You know, I was like, don't be going out and getting arrested. Don't be doing this. And they were my first husband's best friends. Anyway, they would lock me in a bedroom for the whole night so I couldn't get in the way of their porn strippers and shooting up drugs, whatever. But it was a penthouse, so it's 25 floors above the street. He would crawl along the balcony high as a kite, walking on the ledge of the balcony in his socks. I couldn't contain myself because I would see him and he'd walk to the window where I could see his face. And I just all night would be praying, oh my God, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. No, he wigged me out. The shit that kid did, and now he's Jack's with Tulip down the street. No, he did that. No, it was horrible. I couldn't even look at him because if I gave him any attention, he would go do it worse. And so I had to like look away like this. And one time I did think he fell, and because I can't even. Anyway, he was so high, so high. I know Toronto, right? I don't go back there much. It doesn't hold. Well, it holds some fun memories, but they all moved over to Vancouver. I could go to Toronto. It's always bittersweet because, you know, whatever. But anyway, that kid should have been dead. That kid should have been so dead. Now, when my kids were in school, you know, I told them Toronto masks are mandatory. Well, then I really can't go there because I'm going to be getting arrested in Toronto. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, he was a nightmare. He's completely sober now, though, and he's doing really good. He's in real estate. He does really well. I don't even know if he remembers all this shit, but he was the most, I don't know. We hung out for the longest time. He's the one that got me to the airport to get here, though, because I told you I was just like, I'm not going to go to LA. I was high. He had tracked me down in a park. I was running through the park high on LSD. Anyway, he got me to the airport with my boyfriend at the time. So it was good. He walked me to the plane. He said, you go, you get free of here. And I did get free of here. He got sober, though, at 45, 46. So that's super good. And he's been sober ever since. Super articulate, super smart. Here's the problem. Problem is, when we look at drug addicts, okay, we look at them as though they're, and he told me the rest of the shit. When I had dinner with him when I went to visit my aunt 2 years ago, told me the rest of the shit he did. I was like, oh my God, I can't hear you. Told me how much he was doing. So for him to get clean is absolutely amazing. Yeah, exactly. He did give me anxiety with a lot of his shit. But he's super in shape. He's fit in shape and runs and doesn't smoke. and then spent 8 years living at, what do you call that? Salvation Army. They sobered him up and he gave back 8 years of service working there to give back for how they sobered him up. And then he went out and became a realtor in his early 50s. So that's actually good. But I was saying, do you know a lot of the people that are on drugs, it's from a childhood trauma. It really is. There's with the heroin and the extreme, yeah, it was a good ending for him. Super good. Not our friend Mike. Unfortunately, he was 46 when he died. And I won't forget that. But that kid had trauma in childhood too. Definitely trauma in childhood. So the trauma is what causes the drug addiction. And if you don't deal with the trauma is going to make you, respond because you don't even know you're compulsively doing things. So it's childhood trauma. In my opinion, I'm not outing anybody, but in my opinion, when you get these heavy drug addicts, there's a lot of childhood sexual abuse. There's some kind, and it can be violent sexual abuse, severe abuse, extreme poverty. With extreme poverty, you have these things. It can be, I bet you it could be past life trauma too. If you die of a drug overdose in this life and you come into the next, could definitely be that, oh, absolutely. A lot of people have trauma and they don't speak it. And if you don't speak it, you hold it. It's not yours to hold. So trauma is never anybody's. Why did you pick LA? I don't know why I picked LA. When I was a little kid, 4, I had a dream of a man that had a kid. This would be my kid's father. True story. I used to tell my mom I was going to go to LA and meet my husband. And I would say, my husband already had a kid, which is really funny because that would be really wrong. I was 4, but he did have a kid because his kid is actually 2 months older than me. So, and no, I didn't meet him as a child. I met him as an adult. But when I saw it, I was actually on my way to New York, and then I was on my way to Chicago with a friend, Jeff. And then I was like, nah, I think I'll go to LA. And that's where I ended up here. And then, yes, exactly. I saw John. John has a daughter my age. Exactly. But he was a teenage father. Not that that's an excuse. Anyway, I was his midlife wife. I'm the midlife wife. The midlife wife. I was that chick. But I saw him and I saw my kids. So I knew, it's karma. And so I drank from 15 to 25. I'm so glad you're sober. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I just came. Of course I'm happy. Do I look happy? I'm so happy. I was legal. I was an adult. Oh, yes. Happy birthday to your 80-year-old Cancer dad. Your dad's a Cancer. I'm assuming his birthday's today. I don't even know what day it is. It's the 6th, I think. Happy birthday to your 82-year-old dad. Super cool. That's awesome. 82 equals 10 equals 1. So he's a 10. He's actually 10. 8 plus 2 is 10. So your dad is 10. That feels better, right? Can we get a cake for him? Oh, what does the cake look like? Is it young? Is it yummy? Don't ask her if she's happy or tell her to be careful. Well, I think I'm happy. I mean, do I look happy or do I look unhappy? I don't know. I think I look happy. I have fun every day of my life. Why wouldn't I be happy? His name is Frederick. Oh, Frederick. Oh, that's a great name. Is he Spanish? Is he Italian? I don't know what Frederick is. Spanish and Italian? Or wait, yes, I see I look happy. I'm happy all the time. You know why I'm happy? Because happy is a choice. Can be German too. Exactly. Don't tell her to calm down either. No, people say shit like that. Wait, my dad just celebrated his 74th and he had carrot cake. Carrot cake is yummy. I love the icing on carrot cake. I'm getting so confused. Anyway, you can tell happiness, and I hate to say it, happiness has nothing to do with anybody else. Happiness has to do with yourself. I choose to be, 713, your dad will be 90. Awesome. My Jason is 714, so I'll remember 713 and I'll remember 76. My dad just turned 80 with lemon cake. Lemon cake's one of my favorite because it's lemon. So happy birthday to your dad too. Okay, there. Andy Garcia, Lenny Kravitz, carrot cake. Awesome. I'm having an ice cream cake. I'm having an ice cream. I'm all for that. Okay, so happiness is a state of mind because nobody's life goes the way that they want it to, from what I can tell. My business is based on the fact that people do not have what they want, what they thought they'd have, what they married, what they gave birth to, what they grew up to as, whatever it is. Doesn't fucking matter. It's your choice to wake up and be happy. Oh, no raisins. Okay, no raisins then. Okay, strict diet, diabetic. We'll get a diabetic cake. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. I don't even know who that is. But anyway, it is a choice for you to be happy. You have a choice. So the choice is, it doesn't fucking matter. Happy birthday to your John, 59 on July 12th. Whoop, whoop, whoop. John and a Cancer. I'm going to talk about Cancer too, since we have a lot of Cancers here. July 29th, that is a Leo for sure. You are no Cancer and it is not our Leo time yet. You look tired and really bad though. Well, okay, thanks. But anyway, happiness is a choice. And ultimately, I wake up happy. I wake up every single day happy because it's a choice. I have a choice. I'm not saying people don't piss me off, and I'm not saying I don't have a little notepad beside me that says, fuck this person. But it is a choice. No person can make you happy. No circumstance can make you happy. Nothing. Happiness is I choose to wake up and be happy. I wake up happy when I've had nothing. I wake up happy when people are yelling at me. I wake up happy whenever, and I feel happy. I'm definitely healthy. I've got no medicine. I don't go to the doctor. I don't want to. I do what I want. I do what I want all the time. That's what I do. I do. And when people, I'm just going to say this to you. When you talk to people and tell them, oh my God, you look tired. You're a bitch. That's what you are. You're a bitch ass. So don't tell people they look tired. We all know we're fucking tired. Duh. Who isn't tired? I mean, hi, you look tired. Geez, you sound fucking stupid. That's my answer to you look tired. Well, you look fucking stupid. How about that? That's my answer to you. You want to talk like an asshole? I'm going to answer like an asshole, for God's sakes. If you're on this planet, you're tired. I know, right? Like, fuck off. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, we live in a tired world. I am tired. I get up between 3:30 and 4. That's just when I wake up. God, I sound like my grandfather. He did that. And he walked 5 miles a day till he was 97. No, you shouldn't say to people, I'm hungry for cake now too, but I'm gaining weight, so I'm trying not to. I've got now 10 pounds to lose again. I was down 4, and then it crept back up. It crept back up. I got on the scale, 10 pounds up, the fucking scale. Now that thing should be thrown out and hit with a hammer. Yeah. No, you know what? I do look tired sometimes, and that's okay. You can say people in your head, shit, that person looks tired. Here's what you say instead of, hi, you look tired. Here's what you say. Oh, hi, can I help you with something? Do you need any help with anything? Do you want a coffee? Do you want a soda? Do you want a glass of water? Oh, those are really pretty flowers. Say something like that. Don't be a see you next Tuesday and a bitch ass person, because you're a bitch ass. I know, I hate the scales. Up 15, I know. Do you want a hug? Right, can I help you? Oh my God, fine. Hey, if somebody looks, yes, I'm answering yes on my text to somebody. I'm like, yes. Let's see. Yes. Okay, I answered yes. All right, so here's what you can do. If somebody does look, I don't know, let's say somebody is having panic attacks and they've lost a whole lot of weight and they look like shit, their teeth fell out, I don't know, they lost their hair, they look like shit, whatever it is, here's what you can say. Oh my God, I love your shirt. That's a really cool necklace. Oh, your hands your nails are really pretty. Here, I brought this for you. Oh my God, you would love this. And that's what you do. You don't fucking say you look tired. Fuck you and your passive aggressive bullshit. Who taught you to talk? That's what I say all the time to people. I look at them, I'm like, and I'm so belligerent now at this point in my life. So belligerent at this point with people that I'm like, why do you got to be a see you next Tuesday? And I'll say that word out loud out loud, right to their face. Why you got to be like that? Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Just say to them, can I help you? Give them a hug. Here's, I mean, who says nasty shit? You're just a fuck face when you do that. How about that? You look like a fuck face. There. I hope you understand that. Can't understand normal thinking. Well, no, I mean, it's just rude. You don't need to tell people that, oh, you look like you've gained weight. Well, you look like a cunt. That's what you look like. I mean, that's it. I don't know who, and it's usually women, right? It's usually women. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You do look like a fuck face if you say that. That's what I do talk to people. This is why I work for myself, because I don't have to work for anybody and nobody can fire me. I don't care if you get a reading. That's the point. I don't give a shit. Don't do it. I'll work when I have to make money and then I'll shut you out. And if you get too weird, then I'm not talking to you because I'm the boss of me. And if you don't like me, you can't control me by reporting me to myself because I don't care. Customer service here is, I don't care. Go ahead. Here's your money back. Fuck off. There you go. Let's see. Good live. There. I just have that. I have that problem. This is my problem. I can't. I don't fucking care. I'll work exactly as much as I want to. And can you speak to a manager? I got your fucking manager. Here's your fucking manager. Fuck off. Click. Oh my God. The customers are not always right. Sometimes people have had this is the newest thing that's happened on my website, which is why I shut my site down. There's a woman that booked a reading for July 20th. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it fucking July 20th right now? No, it isn't. It's July 6th. Anyway, in June, she reported me to the credit card company because she said I didn't do her reading. Hello, your reading is July 20th, you crazy ass bitch. Anyway, so they take the money right out of my account. She's like, well, I still want my appointment. You're not getting it. That's what. Don't report me. It's not even the 20th. What are you doing? People like that are the ones that cause the problem. The customer is not always right. Did you watch Seinfeld and the soup Nazi? Even though Elaine won in the end, I was thinking of that. I was just thinking about that this morning. Elaine's like, she takes her paper and she slams it down like this and she goes, she has his recipes and she goes, no more soup for you, to the soup Nazi. So actually Elaine did win in the end. But the point is, the soup Nazi had everybody scared. The soup Nazi. Oh my God. Okay. That was so funny. I never heard back from you a long time ago. Okay, well, then take your money back. I don't know what to say. I can't keep up with everybody, so I shut my website down. That way we'll have no problem with people overbooking way, way ahead of time because I don't like that. And I get booked up and I'm only going to do so many readings at one time. Sorry. True story, but sorry. Yeah, and I'm one person. There's no one in my family will help with my business. And I don't really know anybody I want involved in my business. So there you go. It's just me. It's just, I'm one person and I don't really want to be a big conglomeration. I don't want a manager. You know what's been happening lately? A lot of people, but she meant to book for June and hit July by mistake. Yeah, I don't care. She reported me to the credit card company, which is a ding against me. I seem like an asshole, like I'm ripping her off, except her appointment hasn't happened. No manager available. I'm sorry. Fuck you and your manager. No, you know what's been happening lately? A lot of these people online, they're like, oh, we really love your brand. They send me emails. We really love your brand. This is what they say. We'd love to bring you into our company so we could help you develop more and really elevate your brand. Okay, listen, bitches, I've done this by myself. I don't need you to elevate my brand. And how much of a fee do you want? So I said to this one girl, I asked her 6 different emails, what kind of fee do you want? She wouldn't go there. Well, this is what we do. This is what we do. I said, how much does it cost me? She goes, well, it's a small fee. I'm like, I'm not interested. I didn't fucking come looking for you. I don't want you. I don't want you because I'm in charge of me and I don't know who you are and how you want to market my ass. This way I know who I am and this is my brand. My brand is me. It's always been this way. This is the way I am. Deal with it. Anyway, yeah, of course it's a scam. The only person who I've let book me on stuff is Marina Anderson. Okay, Marina Anderson, and she's a PR girl, but she's also a friend of mine. and she was David Carradine's third wife. And you have to, when you get with a manager, if you're going to, and she just has always been such a kind friend, basically. We don't have that kind of connection where she gouges me, or it's very good, even exchange. So she will book me on stuff she knows, people she knows through her connections. And that's fine. If she thinks I'm good for something, she books me. And she's also a very kind friend. That's the kind of people I'm going to deal with. I'm not dealing with idiots. Okay, I'm not. I mean, you find my brand, you think I have a cool brand. How nice of you to find me 30 years later and tell me that. I so appreciate that. To you and your brand commenting there. Anyway, I know that's so weird. Can you spare a square? I think of that when I'm running all the time. Sometimes I think of that. Can you spare? The funniest thing with that episode is, was it Terry Hatcher? Was it Terry Hatcher? I think it was Terry Hatcher, right? Am I correct in saying that? Anyway, it was Terry Hatcher, and she was the sex phone operator. Jerry was sleeping with her. Kramer was phoning her up for sex calls. Remember? Kramer and his hair. Oh. Oh my God, it was Terry Hatcher. Anyway, so she was doing phone sex with Kramer, and then she was fucking Jerry. And then she was in the bathroom with Elaine, and there was only the one toilet paper roll in the bathroom, and Elaine puts her hand under, and all she can hear is, no, I'm sorry, I can't spare a square. Oh my fucking God. I cracked up. I don't watch TV either, but that's from the 80s. I couldn't stop laughing. I know, she played Superman's girlfriend. Yeah, and then there was a fight. So every time Elaine was coming over, Jerry would throw gum in her mouth because she had bad breath. He just didn't want Elaine to recognize her voice. So then Elaine and Jerry are outside. See, I know this whole episode. This is my problem. That show was the best. I'm really sorry it was. So then they have Elaine and Jerry outside, and Kramer's in the bedroom using the phone, and Jerry's like, oh, he's talking to that phone sex 967 line. Remember 967, like sex, or 967, whatever? Anyway, they pick up the phone, and she's like, I know that voice. Oh my God. And they go through the whole thing, and at the end she looks at Kramer in that voice and goes, don't call me anymore, big boy. And busted. Hilarious. Just hilarious. Okay. Really hilarious. Oh, the dog episode with that barking dog. Oh, with Jamie Gertz. Okay, was that who it was? Yeah, sorry, it was either Terry Hatcher or Jamie Gertz. Oh no, Terry Hatcher was the one with the boobs where Elaine had to see if they were real. They're real and they're spectacular. Elaine's fucking boob grabbing in the sauna. Elaine's going in there and she trips. It's like, get the fuck off me with your boob grabbing. Oh my God. And George, his big wallet. Oh my God. Yeah, that's a bruise from the acupuncture right there. That one was. That little one. Didn't hurt though. Oh my God. I love it. I know. It is the funniest show. It is so fucked up. It's funny. Brilliant writing. Really brilliant. Just really. George. I know, George. I was just thinking this morning of Elaine writing off that skunk hat or that rat hat or whatever that hat was for $7,000. Oh God. Oh my God, Larry David. Well, the one thing I did with Larry David, thank God, one of my clients hired me because I have lots of clients in the industry. So that's how they get to know you. It's actually who you know, okay? I told you my first time on TV in LA was raise your vibration with a vibrator. Yeah, well, my first time on TV in LA was because I met the guy in traffic school. So, and his name was Chip, and he worked for a psychic show on NBC. That's how I got in the door that way. Just who you know. But anyway, one of my clients booked me on a show where Larry David was going to be the new host. It was for Fox TV, and I had to go and audition, and we had to go through the whole run through of the game show. Anyway, Larry David came in, and I got to sit by him. Now, I am a psychic, but I was playing a psychic on the show, and I couldn't get it right. I was all fucked up because he was sitting beside me. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, it was pretty funny. It's how they before a show goes on air, they do a run through and they Festivus is the best of us. Oh God. And those two guys that were following Elaine and stalking her when she kept giving her number out. Oh God, I've got to stop. I must stop. I watched Seinfeld for years. It's the one TV show I watched from like 10:30. I never watched Curb Your Enthusiasm. I watched it at night. That's what I did. I watched Seinfeld at night. Festivus for the best of us. But anyway, yeah, so Larry David was sitting next to me because we did a run through for the TV network executives. So Larry David came in and he was going to be the host because he was a comedian. And so he was watching us 11 people play our parts on the game show. And it was like some famous writers, a psychic person, which was me playing a psychic, failing, not doing it right. And then, yeah. I know my, oh my God, Stella. Remember Elaine, the Marble Rye one when they're there? And Elaine is outside and it's the homeowners association in Florida. Oh my God, right? Oh my God. Okay, so hilarious. And Elaine sleeps on that couch and she has a back injury and they give her the fucking pain pills and and Jerry goes scuba diving and his eyes are black. So he's wearing sunglasses and they're meeting all the people at the association meeting in the air conditioning. And, oh my God. And Elaine's there. That just cracked me up. They did a play on Brando's character. She's so fucked up she can't stand straight. Jerry's wearing glasses because he broke the blood vessels in his eyes and his father's being accused of stealing stealing from whatever, from that stupid neighbor with the airplane pen or the NASA pen or whatever. Oh my God, I must stop. I've got to stop. I can't. Oh my God, I can't. I just must. I wanted to actually find Kramer in Los Angeles and ask him if he wanted to do a show with me. I've been thinking about Kramer. He's a Leo, by the way, but I think he's let me see. I want to see his natal chart because I've never looked it up, but he's got to be a Sag rising because that big character is fucking goofy ass Sag and then his hair up like this. He shake his hair, it's all up like this. He's got like a Kramer fro. I just absolutely that. But I wanted to find Kramer and I wanted to bring him onto my set. Like I'm okay. Don't tell me he's a Freemason. La, 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 la. Okay, so they shamed him with that. But he got blacklisted. He used the N-word. I almost said what he said, but he used that word in his comedy thing, which is interesting now because that was a long time ago. But Michael Richards, thank you. Michael Richards. I was like, what's Kramer's name? I want to look up his chart though. Michael Richards. Oh my God, just that character. And Elaine comes from a billionaire's family. I forget what her billionaire's family, but she's in on it too. So there you are. Let's see. He's born July 24th, 1949. Fucking hair of his. That's Cancer hair though. The curl in his hair is Cancer hair. The sign of Cancer. I'm going to talk about Cancer stuff right now. I should do this for every sign when it goes into their natal chart. I just want to see his natal chart. His hair with that wave across the front, that's very Cancer. Natal chart. A lot of Leos have Cancer in their chart just because. Okay, he was born at 4:43 a.m. Let's see this bitch's chart. There you go. Cancer rising. Well, moon in Cancer. Wait. Sun, early Leo. Moon, 15 Cancer, 14 whatever. My phone rang on this phone. Yes, I know I'm live. My phone rang. I don't know why it rings on this phone because I don't use this phone. Hold on here. His ascendant is 27 and 2 degrees of Cancer. So his ascendant sits on my Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. This is why I found his character to be the best. I don't know where the Sag is, though. His behavior is so Sag. Moon and Mercury in Cancer, Venus in Leo on my Venus, and Mars in Cancer. Saturn in Virgo, Uranus in Cancer. That's the spastic. Uranus is at 2 degrees of Cancer, so it's going to be sitting right on his Mars. So his effects are very erratic. Anyway, let's talk about Cancer because can you do more with astrology sign videos? Yes, I'm trying to get them done. Mother bleeping effing bloody bleeping hell. I can't read all day and do the videos and do this. I have to take time off without getting texts and emails from people that give me anxiety. But I had 2 lovely clients today who made a point of telling me that they enjoyed me, and I really appreciate that. So without giving out who they are, Donna and Sandra, thank you so much for that. Very nice. They were actually really nice. So that's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about the sign of Cancer, because no, they were super nice and making a point of being very kind, even though it's their time and they bothered to tell me, which was really lovely. How about Newman? I love Newman. I used to see Newman at pavilions over the equestrian district in Burbank when I was pregnant with my kids, and after I had Jason and after I had Keith. Newman always shopped there. He must have lived around there. And I saw Uncle Leo at all the time, which just made me fucking hysterically laugh at, oh my God, I forgot the name of them, Don Cuco's in Toluca Lake. So Uncle Leo must have lived in Toluca Lake all the time, because I saw him at that. He was always eating alone in the restaurant, on the booth, along the wall, as you walk to the bathroom, all the time. I saw him. I saw Uncle Leo a lot. No, I didn't call him Newman. I don't acknowledge that I know them. I saw Elle McPherson at that same Don Cuco's. We see a lot of people. I don't acknowledge them. I mean, I'll smile if they smile at them, of course, but I don't acknowledge because, like, they're in their personal life. So who the hell wants to... Okay, wait, I can't even see what is being said here. I'm missing out on these texts. I would never, okay, okay, wait, okay, it's not okay, yeah, no. Oh God, no. Sorry, I'm answering no to that. Okay, so anyway, all right, so, okay, what was I going to say? Can spirits cause anxiety? Absolutely, if they have anxiety. Bill Cosby, oh, may get his walking papers because he's black. I don't even know what to say. I just read that off of here. I wasn't saying that. I was reading your comment. Don't call me a fucking racist. I can just see it now. Okay, so let's talk about the sign of Cancer. Cancer is the 4th sign of the natural wheel of the zodiac. Cancer is the inward expression of the knowledge learned from the sign before it. So if I could teach you anything really briefly about astrology, the signs, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. We go from Aries, the new expression of the self, to Taurus, okay, the manifestation of the building blocks, to Gemini, the communication and knowledge, to Cancer, okay, the utilization of that knowledge and the nesting and putting into intuitive energy that knowledge, and then to Leo, the self-expression of that knowledge. Cancer is at the midnight, early morning hours of the chart. So it's the moon energy, because Cancer's ruling sign is the moon. So okay, how short is Bruce? He's about 6 feet something, or 5'11" to 6 feet. If you're talking about Bruce Willis, he's not short. If that's not who you're asking about, I don't know. No, Cancer's not related to the illness Cancer. Cancer is related to the constellation Cancer, the crab. So Cancer is ruled by the moon. You Cancers will be, yes, Bruce is nice. I actually really like Bruce Willis. He was very down to earth, very humble, and put up with my bullshit, as I said, because I can be full of bullshit with a mouth that just gets me in trouble. So Cancer will always respond to anything that's happening in a lunar way. Eclipses, changing of the moon, whatever sign the moon goes into, Cancer people are affected. New moon, full moon, eclipses, they feel everything. Cancer people on a physical level, okay, on a physical level, Cancer people also reflect the moon, because as the tide grows and moves out, Cancer people's bodies grow and move. So Cancers are water retention people, just on a whole. Cancer, Aries rising, that's my little chirperoo. Cancer, Aries rising. You people are, you know, pretty aggro at times. So Cancer, what does it rule? You always hear Cancer rules the family. It rules the people that you love in your family. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this once and for all. Cancer is the most abandoned, orphaned, and disconnected from family sign, which is why they are looking for family. You can have Cancer people that are adopted, orphaned due to the parents dying. It's Estelle's Jaffer Cosmetics. I forget the name of it because I don't have it out, but it's her purple eyeshadow. So Cancer has usually had a circumstance sometime around their birth where a family member has passed away or the family member is disconnected and abandoned them on an emotional level. Maybe the parent was an alcoholic. Maybe the parent had to work. No, but there's an abandonment issue with Cancer always. They do not feel connected to their family. They may feel connected to some, but Cancer has that issue. That is the definition of Cancer. It's not a negative. It's why they look and find their family important, okay? It's why they find their family to be very important. They find their family. Not necessarily is their family a genetic thing. Now look at Cancers in the ocean, crabs, because that's their mascot, is the crab, the little crab, the sea crab, the big crab, the cute crab. I don't eat crab because my Jason's a Cancer. I cannot eat his people. I will never eat crab. I do not eat crab legs. I do not go there with the crab. It just seems wrong. Cancer, the crab in the ocean, carries his house on his back. So the crab has an RV. If you find a crab in the ocean and you pull the crab apart, I found dead crabs because I spent a lot of time in Florida, and you pull apart, there's a lot of stuff underneath the crab that they go through the ocean collecting. Crabs, Cancers, can be very good hoarders, very good collectors of important information. Crabs collect everything because they need to make their home their own, but they don't have a home of their own, okay, so to speak. They may grow up in a home, their parents may be perfectly lovely and very kind, but they don't feel the connection. There's usually, if it's not an actual, it's just wrong. Say no to crabs. It is wrong. Don't eat the crabs. I don't because Jason's a crab. No, you don't have to have every sign, but I'm telling you what the sign of Cancer is. You can argue with me all you want. I don't have all the attributes of Leo, but whatever, there is a fundamental basic consensus with the sign from what I've learned from the last 35 years of doing this work professionally, that I've been doing it professionally. And there is always an abandonment issue. Maybe the mom got sick in their childhood and couldn't give them the emotional love. Maybe their big sister raised them and their parents were busy working. Maybe they moved from one city to another, went to boarding school. Chirpy because he was like a little bird. He was chirping away. Cancer will create the family. I don't eat lobster either. Cancer will create the family that they need in order to feel secure. So there's often a disconnect in their early life due to one thing or another. Now, when you go to the signs that are in Cancer, when you have a moon in Cancer, okay, when you have a moon in Cancer, that's the natural position for the moon. So Cancer moon can go one of two ways: very, very disconnected or very, very connected. Cancer moon means the mother was your traditional Cancerian mother. Cancer tends to be a little bit over absorptive into other people's energy because they read with energy. So it's very, very undercurrent, and they will shut their emotions down in a hot fucking second if you elicit an emotion that they weren't expecting, okay? So let's say your Cancer relative comes into your house and you make them cry, not on purpose. Let's say you show them an emotional video. I'm just making this up. Or you cook a dinner that brings back memories. Cancer, immediately, if they feel their emotions coming out, they're like, warning, 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 and they shut it down. So you will not know a Cancer's emotions at all. You will not know. You will only know what they show you. You will not really know what they feel because they got to trust you to let them in emotionally. Okay, so that's the first thing. Cancer sun has a whole karma. Now, Cancer moon is different than Cancer sun. Cancer sun people, sun sign, yes, I do eat salmon. Sun sign Cancer, okay, people born under the sun sign of Cancer are coming into a family unit where there is some sort of disconnect between family members. Now, it may be that the Cancer sun sign, okay, karmically is coming in to learn how to disconnect from their family. So a lot of times your Cancer children are the little grown-ups in the family, the little mommy or the little daddy, because one of the parents cannot function emotionally. Yes, my son's a Cancer too. And when he was born, I mean, he was the best birth, but when he was born, stellium in Cancer. Yeah, I know. It's okay. Stellium in Cancer. It's fine. But yeah, when Jason was born, you know, he was 3 when his brother died. So, and then everybody went completely bananas at that point after that. So it was right after Keith was born and, you know, right then and there. But Keith had Pluto on the moon. So kind of showed that way. But anyway, with Jason, it's that. Now, I'm not a Cancer sun or moon, but I have 3 Cancer planets. And I was both adopted and then removed from my adopted family. So I was like removed from 2 homes. Okay. So it can be a lot of Cancer planets. You may be an Aquarius with a bunch of Cancer planets, and this may be the issue. So there could definitely be something along those lines. I feel with Cancer that as they age, they allow their emotions out because they often feel things like a live wire as a kid. Mercury in Cancer can be I'm Mars in Cancer. That's usually the sign of an alcoholic in the house raising you. Usually the man, because it's liquid, Mars in Cancer. Pisces in Cancer can be weak father, drug addict father, alcoholic father, but Mars in Cancer definitely is a sign of an alcoholic father, just saying. I mean, it does not have to be. Cancer risings. Now, here's something interesting. I found Cancer, there's no empty houses. It just means your houses are focused in other areas. Not everything is spread out in a chart. It doesn't work like that. You have planets placed in the houses that you need to focus on, but then transiting planets go into the empty houses. So it has a lot to do with that. Anyway, okay, so yeah, I don't believe in the 13th sign. They're changing it right now. I'll go with 4 signs. I'll just read the points in the chart. I don't even care. I'll go with 4 signs and read your chart. I'm not listening to their bullshit about men putting in a sign. They remove Pluto, they bring it back. Fuck you. If you've had Pluto cross your ascendant or cross an angular house, you know that Pluto is exactly, he's so depressed right now. Tell your husband to stop that and get out and exercise. Mercury in Cancer is a sign of the photographic memory. So Mercury in Cancer, Mercury is the mind. Mercury in Cancer allows you to absorb information. You don't have to, is my mom Barbara Eden? No. I've been told my whole life I look like her. But I was born looking like this. She kind of altered her face to look like this. Just saying. This is my face with no altered work on it and no Botox, okay? And I've never had Botox. I wear Estelle's under eye foundation, Jaffer Cosmetics. I use a combination of Too Faced or Shape Tape from Tarte. It depends on how much sun I get on my skin by accident. That's what happened. That's what happens. Anyway, yeah, I do get told I look like Barbara Eden. When I used to have my hair in a ponytail all the time, I got told that, which is interesting. But my mom got told she looked like Jane Fonda, which was weird, which doesn't make sense to me. And I'm not sure why. I have to find a picture of her anyway, but I don't know if I have a picture on here. I should. Anyhow, long, boring story short, with Mercury in Cancer. Mercury in Cancer is intuitive. It's absorptive, okay? It's, so if Mercury in Cancer watches you cook a dinner, they watch what you do and they see how you take this much salt or this much liquid or this much whatever you put into your recipe, and they can copy it on, they can look at it and they're like, oh, I can do this. So Mercury in Cancer is absorptive of information, very, very absorptive, can intuitively connect, telepathic, all of those things. Venus in Cancer, okay, I use oh God, what is it called? Oh my God, you know it. It's in all the Altas where they use the thing. What the hell is it called? Oh God. I can't remember the name of the product. You know what I'm saying in Ulta where they have the stands? It's the silver eyebrow pencil. The other, Benefit. Thank you, Jesus, my brain. Anyway, Benefit, and I use ColourPop too because their blonde is light. So I do that. Well, thank you. I think Barbara Eden is beautiful, but she's 80 now, so she's still beautiful. Anyway, yeah, I use the ColourPop too, but Venus in Cancer, that's where you come in to, no, it's Benefit, but Steel is good too. Yes, she is old because she was born in the 30s, I think. Anyway, Venus in Cancer is the sign of love through the parental access. So Venus in Cancer will pick a partner who will parent them or that they can parent. That also includes age difference. Yes, I have Venus in Cancer. Mars in Cancer, okay? Yeah, Cancers are very strong. They have to be on their own. I was going to say with Cancer rising, also, I found a lot of people who are gay with Cancer rising. They can go both ways or gay. That's just been my observation because they're looking for family. So I've seen a lot of people like that. So with Cancer rising, I can see it going both ways. Really. So I can see that. And yeah, so Cancer, so why is my sister, so that is why my sister's husband, it could be also you can have Saturn in the 8th or you can have Saturn in the 12th or Saturn in the 5th like Cher. Cher's first husband, Sonny Bono, was 20, 30 years older than her. Then her younger boyfriend after that was 20, 30 years younger. So it's love on the parental axis. There can be other things, but Venus, I have Venus in Cancer and daddy issues. Exactly. And you will find a partner that wants to parent you. It doesn't mean in a bad way. You could be the same age, somebody who wants to nurture you, sober you up, help you, whatever. I'm gay and a Cancer rising. Okay, well, that's okay. I found a lot of people with Cancer rising can be gay. I'm a relocated Cancer rising, and I'm okay with being gay. I'm not gay, but, you know, whatever. Be gay. Anyway, Venus in Cancer gives a certain love of parenting or connecting with. Okay, so Venus in Cancer does that. Absolutely. Hold on. I'm looking for this. Look at me stop in the middle of a sentence. Okay, Mars in Cancer. Mars in your chart is the men in your life, and Mars is the men that you attract, the men that you were raised with. Mars in Cancer means you be gay with me. Yeah, I'm not gay though. I like the penis. I like dick. Okay, did I say that out loud? I don't know why I'm saying that, but I do. Okay, there, I said it. I can't help it. It's true. All right, I'm over it. All right, sorry. There I go getting graphic again. Cancers can be great comedians as well because they are so sad that they laugh all the time. But let me just say this. Mars in Cancer, Mars is masculine, okay? So masculine energy in a feminine emotional water sign. So the men that you were raised with have strong, I know, I do like dick, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm doing it again. All right, anyhow, you intimidate men when you say that. No, Robin Williams was a Scorpio, I believe. He may have had, you may have had something in Cancer. I can't remember his rising sign. Or was he? Oh, no, he was a Cancer Scorpio rising. There you go. You're right. But anyway, Mars in Cancer means the men in your life have a feminine attribute. Now, my John has a Mars in Cancer and I have Mars in Cancer. So my kid's father, okay, so the dad was the one that took care of them a lot when they were younger, made their little sandwich. Like I would throw 2 pieces of bread and whatever on the plate. I never cut it. I was not a good domestic, but their dad would cut the corners off and make sure they had tea. And John used to put gravy in the dog food and shit like that. That's Mars in Cancer. The dad that raised me would do the same things. My mother was the worker and my dad worked too, was an executive, but he also took time to do those little feminine things with my lunches or, with this, that kind of thing. That's a Mars in Cancer, but it can also be emotionally weak and alcoholic. So Mars in Cancer can be, yes, Mars in Cancer can definitely be violent. Cancer, anything can have fucking aggro temper, especially Cancer moon, in my opinion. Just looking at the chart of the head, and Cancers are always manipulative. Water signs are manipulative. They take your emotions and twist them. But I was just looking at the chart of David Miscavige of the Church of Scientology, and he's a double Taurus with a Cancer moon. Now, that really struck me. His wife was a Mars in Cancer. Really struck me, just saying. Okay, so then we have, so when you go to, let's go to the outer planets. Let's just go to the North Node in the Cancer Capricorn, okay? Yes, is what I said, because I don't think she's coming back. I'm doing a video on that. That's why I say that. Let's look at the outer things. The North Node in Cancer, South Node in Capricorn, but North Node in Cancer in particular means adoption, lack of children, issues with reproduction, although you would have to have something. Chris Cornell, lovely Cancer. Oh, yes, Chris Cornell. I forgot about that. Yes, Cancer. Beautiful Cancer. Definitely. Yeah, Jupiter in Cancer, that's more of an outer thing. I have Jupiter in Cancer too. If it's conjunct something else, it depends really where it's placed. But Jupiter in Cancer means the exploration of family units and families and what that means, or lack of them. North Node in Cancer is trying to discover and move towards family. So North Node in Cancer can have a lot of friends. Wait, my sister has no kids July 14th, 1960. My Jason's a July 14th. That's Bastille Day. And I'm going to tell you something else with July 14th. I'm not acknowledging this. But all the July 14th that I know, oh God, my neck. I'm like, oh, I turned it out. All the July 14th Cancer people I know, not my Jason, because I'm not discussing him personally, but I'm talking clients that I've read, all have sex addiction issues. So the 14th seems to be the sex addiction. I have like 3 clients that own strip clubs born on the 14th, which struck me as really ironic. But look what they're doing in that. They're kind of showing the feminine body and the reproductiveness of the woman, which was interesting. Yeah, they're males. They were men in my particular instance. But yeah, you don't have to have anything in Cancer. Let's see, I have Jupiter in Cancer too. I always thought it was meant. I don't know what you thought it meant. July 14th, I know, he's probably going to own a strip club or be a sex addict. I just found that with July 14th, a lot of my clients, very interesting. But it's also Bastille Day, so it's the French Independence Day, which I found interesting as well. Jupiter in Cancer is kind of an interesting thing. Wait, I just missed somebody's sister, and I think you said LSD. I know I didn't. I probably didn't put a lot of makeup on tonight. I ran out here to do this. Yeah, so the anything in the sign of Cancer is through the exploration and the ideology of finding what makes Leo and Cancer compatible. Probably nothing. I don't know. It depends on the person. There's so much when you're doing the compatibility of Saturn in Cancer. That is difficult. Now, Saturn in Cancer, that's right now, that's your baby boomers coming up. Saturn in Cancer is, okay, look at Saturn in Cancer. Saturn in Cancer, if you're going back to the people born in the 40s, you're looking at the people coming out of the generation of Leave It to Beaver, mom at home, mom not working, sandwiches on the table when you got home from school, the idyllic childhood as much as it could be. And then Saturn in Cancer is moving towards the removal of family ideology. The baby boomers are probably the last group of people that saw that. Yeah, I don't know about Ghislaine Maxwell. Anyway, but the Saturn in Cancer people, karmically, that's family karma. So depending on where it's placed in your chart, It means karma with your family, basically. And karma is not easy. People go, oh, I want karma with somebody. I want to feel connected. Fuck you with that. I want no connection from a past life. I would like to start karma in this life in a good way, in a very distant way. So Saturn in Cancer can be very difficult for people. It really can. It can. That's how I want to start it. I have 3 Cancer planets and Saturn in Pisces. I'm not interested in family karma anymore. No, 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 no. And I can draw very distinct. I'm very detached when it comes to people. In fact, I'm accused of that all the time because I didn't, for many, many years, I didn't go for that connection. I could have brief connections with you, but not, I don't know. I'm kind of disconnected on an emotional level, which is a Cancerian trait. Yeah, Saturn in Scorpio is different. I'm the same day as Kevin Spacey. Well, you're not Kevin Spacey, and today is something to be thankful for. So it's Grateful Tuesday. So be grateful you are not Kevin Spacey. Yeah, Sun in Cancer. It's interesting. Saturn in Cancer, to me, can leave people confused and perplexed about family and trying to discover that their family is maybe really their friends and people of like-mindedness. Yeah, you can see my necklace. It's my cross. Oh, this is my cross with my little diamonds on it. And this, look at my necklace. You just want to look at my boobs. And this is Moldavite with a little garnet. Me and Lila got that one. Prison planet, exactly. So Cancer, my husband has Martin. He's not violent. No, he's not, but he might have been raised in a family that had that. Doesn't mean you have to be, but it's showing me how you were being raised. So Mars in Cancer, how do different aliens do you know? How many different? I don't know many. I know a couple from what people say. I only saw one group of aliens, so that's all I can tell you in that sense, is I only ever saw one group of aliens. But anyway, Cancer, let's see, does Venus in Cancer? And no, I have Venus in Cancer, but I do have mommy issues too. My mother was a person. Well, I was adopted out by one mother and pushed away by another mother. So it's mommy issues. It's family issues though. So it's nurturing. Cancer is feminine. I've got both issues because I got Leo and Cancer. Daddy issues with Leo, mommy issues with Cancer. And Jason definitely I was brutal on Jason, so yeah, definitely. So he probably has those issues too. Definitely depends. Cancer first house, 5'2". Wait, 5'2" Jupiter. I just missed that. Do you have Jupiter in the first house in Cancer? That should make you tall, but Cancer will make you curvy. My signs don't match me at all. Well, they might not. You might be taking it the wrong way or not know how to read it correctly. Our signs do match us, or you might have the wrong birth time. Yeah, I don't like to cry because people try to make you cry, but sometimes I do cry. Yeah, you could. If you're adopted, yeah, there's a bunch. I don't really care like with me, I did care that I was adopted. Then I met the birth family and I didn't care. So that's how shallow I can be. It was like, okay, fine. When my birth mom died, I was like, okay, I'm done with you people. I didn't really have an interest in finding out, And towards the end of her life, it occurred to me, you gave me up. And then I was pissed off. I'm like, well, fuck you. But I understand that it's karma too. My birth mom was a nice woman, a meek woman. So I can't have her temperament. I really cannot have her temperament. I'm way, way too fucking aggressive. Way aggressive. Way too aggressive. So I can't have her personality, and she couldn't tell me who the dad was. So I don't know, but I'm looking for her picture because we do look very, very much alike. Let me see. Hold on, let me see here. I'm trying to find it. I'm looking down. I'm trying to look up. Yep, and of course I put it up here one time and I can't find it. That's so weird. I see it and then I don't see it, and then sometimes I see it. I don't see it. Oh, but look at this. What did I see? There's a picture of Rascal and Kenna. How cute are these two? These two are so cute. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, they're so cute. My birth mom is a Gemini. I think her birthday's like soon. Might be the 8th or something like this. Oh no, she would have had it. Sorry. We're in Cancer. Um, yeah, so she's like the 8th. I think the 8th of June. Something like that. Somewhere around there. Yeah. So yeah, she's that. But and the I do look like my mom. I looked a lot like her. Kenna's beautiful. Yeah, Kenna's just a beautiful little girl. So cute. And Rascal Pants is beautiful. I have to find the picture of my birth mom, but she looks like me dressed in the 1960s. She was a Gemini. I don't understand that because I don't have many Geminis in my family. My grandfather in the adopted side was a Gemini, born on Lila's birthday, who's a Gemini. And then my mom was like the 8th. So there wasn't really a connection that I could see. So I don't really know. But yeah, so I try to be. I know Rascal Pants. I'm not a fan necessarily of Geminis, but when I met the Rascal, I love my grandpa. But when I met the Rascal, I was like, oh, I love the Geminis because she's so cute. There's other family members, you know, that I don't like that are Gemini because they're just duplicitous as hell. And they're very, very controlling and they're very, very like that. So I don't like them. But I do, yeah, my mom was pretty smart. She was a yoga person and she was very, you know, vegan and all of that. And she was shorter than me. So I got some height, but we don't know who the father was. Anyway, she had a lot of Taurus, and my adopted mom was a Taurus with a lot of Cancer, which was interesting. And so, yeah, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, exactly. Don't know my sperm donor. Yeah, me neither. I don't know. I mean, we know he's Irish, though. That's why my cousin said we got to go to Ireland when we did the DNA stuff. We're like, we got to go to Ireland because now we're Irish. So we got to go there. What do you see in this photo? Okay, I can't look. I'm going to find this picture of my birth mom because now I'm obsessed with it, you see? But anyway, the sign of Cancer is ruled by the moon. So the sign of Cancer is on an emotional level, learning how to explore their emotions through the interactions of family and the circumstances. So I would say that with Cancer. That's what I would say. Yeah, I would definitely say that. I think I have a photo of her somewhere here, somewhere on here. Oh, such a pain. I got to go all the way through to my albums and find a picture of my mama so you can see her. It was very exciting to meet her. We were very much alike, but she was very soft, of which I'm not. So I don't know where that came from. And she didn't really speak up for herself a lot. I mean, she might have. I never saw it. And she was very, I guess, very empathic. She wasn't like a fighter kind of person. And I'm a fighter person. So I don't know where that came from, so to speak. But yeah, she was very much not a fighter. I'm looking. I'm going to stop this in a second, but I just can't help myself. I have to find this now. I'm obsessed. Let me see if I can find it somewhere in here. I don't think I can. It's just driving me crazy. I don't know why I can't see it. Okay, I've stopped looking. Anyway, so Cancer, yeah, I think I might be like my dad, and he must have been really fucking aggro because I was really fucking aggro. In other words, my Cancer planets, if you looked at me sideways, I was going to use my fists, grab your hair and do something. Gouge your eyes out, something like this. No, I wasn't a fan of the Geminis. But yeah, I was very Cancer. I learned how to disconnect. That's what I would say with the Cancer planets. You learn how to disconnect rather than let them usurp your emotions. But Cancer on a whole, the 4th house rules. Basically, the 4th house is it's the undercurrent of those energies intuitively that you bring with you from past lives into this life. And the essence of the way, I guess I would say it's the house of Freud. That's how I would word it. So I have to deal with an alcoholic controlling Gemini. Yeah, you should just shoot them. Okay, my mother was a Gemini. She abandoned me at birth. Yeah, Geminis can be like that. Unless they have something else in their chart that's more grounded. So yeah, I don't think we can you know what? I'm going to say this. On this planet, Yeah, I think we make our beds, we lie in it. I'm just thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, so you are doing it out of fear. Uh, yeah, that's probably what it is. I don't know what you're referring to, but if that's the emotional thing. I think a lot of people play monkey puppet games, that's what I call them, with emotions on this planet. So I'm not going to give them what they want. I usually can keep very quiet and attack at a later date, but I will get even. That's my Pluto in a first house. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with my mom. She didn't give me an answer for why she did to leave. I don't know why she did, but she did. She didn't have a reason really. She said she didn't really know. She just didn't want to, yes, the IC is the natural place for Cancer, correct. Cancer's an interesting sign. Did she cry? She probably cried. I didn't know her. I knew her briefly, so I didn't really know her. It's not like we were best friends, but I mean, I was connected. I did some family stuff with her. I got to know about her, but I didn't really know her. Yeah, Courtney Love is a Cancer, exactly. So I didn't, I don't really know a lot about her. I didn't really barge into it too much. So yeah, I don't know. Both parents were pieces and alcoholics. Yeah, I know. Did she pass on? Yeah, she did. She died when she was 59. She died super young. She came in from running and died, but we have a heart thing that goes through the family. So it's an inherited thing and it jacks up the electrical. I don't really care. Like, I'm okay with dying now. Yeah, no, that's okay. Like in your 50s is good. Keep in mind, I don't know what's with I mean, okay, yes, you want to live, but I mean, in theory, I don't know why, especially the way the planet is right now. Oh no, that was a long time ago. She would be 73 now. John's 74, she'd be 73, which is really weird because my parents would actually be the same age as John. Yeah, so she would be 73. But I wouldn't care if I died now because when you've lived to be 50, unless you have karma, you've kind of like lived your life. You're old enough. I have hazel eyes that go green and gold. My mom had green eyes. Keithy has green eyes. Jason has darker eyes like John, but they can go hazel. But when people like are in their 50s and they're like, I'm young. Yeah, you are young, but who says you're going to live a long time? Do you know anything? No, she couldn't remember who she fucked to get knocked up with. That was always very exciting. And again, we DNA tested 8 different men. 8. Before it was as easy as it was. Exactly. Oh, I'm sorry your Nana died. She was 91. Yeah, we tested 8, but who knows? I don't even really care. I'm just kind of curious because I'm kind of nosy. But I kind of know if you open up that door, you might meet people. And if you meet people, you might not like them. So I'm like, when I met her, I thought it was important to know who your birth parents were. I don't think so at this point now. I don't think it fucking matters. I'm just saying, I don't think it matters. I could do without it, but I'm saying that now because I met her. So, and I liked her. So it's not that. I just don't think it matters. So yeah, no, I don't care about being older. I'm saying I'm done on the planet. I don't care if I die in my 50s. I don't have a desire to live a long time. Yes, I do have a blood-related sibling, and I didn't much care for her. She was okay. Cancers could be cheaters if they feel abandoned. Remember, the word for Cancer is abandoned. Yeah, my birth sister's a Gemini, and I could have them on the dad's side too. So yeah, who knows? But I think, let's see, I don't even know. Someone said 52. Yes, 20. No, I've done 23andMe. It doesn't help you find the dad. And if they don't put their DNA in, then, whatever. Oh, no, Rascal Pants is 9. Yeah, but people die. People got to get over this fear of dying. People die. It's okay to die. It's actually a welcomed relief off this fuckhole planet. Oh, God, did I say that out loud? People die. I look like my mom in the face. I look exactly like my mom. Yeah, I don't mind dying. I'm cool with dying. I've done everything. I would like to make peace with my kids, but if they won't accept that and I can't do it, I can't do it. Whatever Jason's still mad about. Anyway, yeah, dying is part of living and it's okay. And then I'm kind of curious, like you go home, but you got to come back. I want to come back to a different planet. Yeah, no, I love Lila, but no, it doesn't matter. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like, I think when you die, it should be celebrated that, whatever. I really don't care. People, it's interesting. I really don't care. I mean, I don't want to get like brutalized before I die. I don't want that to happen. Like that. I don't want that shit to happen. And whoever said I'm a demon magnet, I cannot be, because I pray to God and God watches out for me. So to you and your little fucked up comments. No, I don't want pain. Like, I don't want somebody to like, whatever. I have no idea. I never asked her. I didn't talk to my sister since Keefe was born, because she aggravated me. And I thought, why do I have to live with someone who aggravates me when you're not even in my fucking family and I wasn't raised with you? I'm not doing this with you. I recognized the personality trait right away. And I'm like, I'm not fucking doing it with you. I don't care who you are. Okay, suicidal's different. We're not going to take ourselves out, but I mean, if I did happen to die just of natural causes, I'd be okay. Whatever. My kids would be fine. I raised them. Yeah, Cancer. I have a loaded 12th house. No, they were talking about me. Okay, you're not, Eve, you're not a demon magnet either. So fuck them and their demon magnet. No, it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, if I'm adopted out of the family, where I did get my power is I was adopted out. So I'm not obligated to the birth family in any way unless I like you. My kids are 28 next week and will be 25 in December. So I'm not obligated to have to talk to anybody. And that's the beautiful part. So I never did talk to my sister again because she spoke to me in a way that I recognized as very toxic. And I was like, not doing it. Don't care if you're blood related. Don't fucking care. So that can be a Cancer attribute too. Oh, you were saying you have demonic. Okay, so I'm saying if someone's just calling you that, well, get rid of the demonic things in your sphere. Yes, I have communicated with angels. I have seen them. Yeah, I don't. No, my sister was a little bit toxic when I met her. Some of the shit she said after I had Keith really was destructive for me. And it was like, no, I don't even know you. This is the first time I'm like letting you into my house. No, no, no. No. The angels I saw actually came in to the room, okay, came in, flew in, but I'm sure I'm talking dimensionally because the room was small. So, and she looked like a she, and she flew in and she was like 6 feet tall, big. Her face took up the whole room, but I noticed the wings behind her and I noticed the long body out the doorway, but through the wall. So I'm not quite sure exactly why, but that whole month I heard them, and she flew in and all of that kind of thing. It was very, very big, massive, and just very, very overpowering. Like, I was blown away. I was actually reading for a client and the angel came in and her face looked right at me and she took up the whole room. But it was a small room. It was an office size, but it was very big. And then when I was at home about a week later, I heard something outside the window that I thought was helicopters. That's all I could think of when I woke up. And then John woke up and he said, "What's that?" And I said, "Oh, that's their wings." I knew it was their wings and they were doing something. So I don't know what they were there for. I have no idea, but huge. I mean, nothing happened, I don't think, at that time. Yeah, John heard it too. Well, because it wasn't helicopters. We looked out the window and that's not what it was, but we could hear them. But I think it was dimensionally. So if I could describe it, I saw the one, but this one I heard dimensionally. No, it's not scary. Don't be scared of anything, because remember, you're under God's protection. So don't be scared. Meaning, when you see things that you don't know, you don't need to be scared. Yeah, angels are messengers, but I wasn't smart enough to pick up the, oh, I can't wait to see your birth mom. Did you say why she gave you up? Not sure. You don't have to answer. Oh, hi, Jackie S. Yeah, I can't find the picture, but I will show you. She looks just like me, but with brown hair. No, she didn't say why she gave me up. She didn't have a reason. However, she already had a daughter, and she didn't want to have a kid by another man, I think. But it's karma, right? So it's karma. But the human side of me was like, well, that's not really an answer. That's not really a discussion. However, it's karma. So who the hell knows? Yeah, there is a picture on my Instagram. I can't find it. I feel stupid. It drives me crazy when I can't find it. Yeah, I put one picture of her up. It's probably the only picture I have. I may have some, but I had some pictures of her, but yeah, I don't know where I put this picture. See, now I'm looking again, and it's like I'm crazy. I keep seeing Lila's pictures, and I think she's so cute. My little rascal monkey pants. Aw. Yeah, here's... This is 6 years ago, Mr. Unhappy Cancer Face with his mom. He's always like, oh, she's hugging me again. Oh, my Jason. My little Jason, my little chirperoo. Yeah, he's always like, God, don't hug me, lady. Yeah, I can't find that. There has to be a picture on here. I'm sure of it. Okay, I got to stop. I can't look. Yeah, I just can't look. Okay, I think fairies are real. Fairies are real. Yeah, Jason's like this. Oh, God, my mom's over here. Keithy will hug me. I love my Keithy hugs. Keithy, I just saw a picture. Wait. Here I go again. I'm obsessed with like, okay, this is as much as Keithy would let me hug him on his graduation. I got to touch his little face. Look, he's so tall. That's Keithy graduating. That's the only picture. That was so cute. I was so proud of him when he graduated. Proud of Jason too. They both did it. But I wasn't allowed a picture with Jason. No pictures, only with his father. Not his mom, but I was up Jason's butt his whole life. So I was definitely up Jason's butt. Like Jason, he was firstborn. I ruled with an iron fist, and he was as rebellious as shit. So Jason was a rebellious child. I'm looking for that picture of my mother. I cannot find it. It's so weird. It's so weird. So weird. Why can I not find it here? I feel insane. I know it's on here. Maybe it's not. Maybe I just made that up. I could have made it up. Yeah, I can't find it. That's so weird. How weird is that? Yeah, no, I don't have it. I don't know where it went. I do not understand. I cannot compute. Oh, here's one of, well, that's cute. Me and little Kenna. That's in a club. That, I think she was only, how old was she there? 18, 19, something like that. And these goofy little kids. Yeah, something like that. Oh, look. Look at the rascal and Kenna. Look at them. So cute. So cute. Yeah, she doesn't want to, I don't know where it is. I don't really put it. I just am the one, just the one picture, but it's definitely a karmic debt for sure. I know that. I know that it is that. I mean, it, you know, what other reason would it really be, right? Shadow people are real, but here's the thing. Are they government people who are eavesdropping into our life out of our body, out of their body, or are they actually other people on the astral level prying into this level? There's confusion with that with me. I don't know. So some of the shadow people are one way and some are another way. It's very hard to tell, right? The shadow, I'm still looking. I don't have a fucking clue where I keep pictures of anybody or anything. I have no idea, and it's very strange. I think I have shown her picture, but I don't know. Well, here's a picture of my favorite cousin, Jill. There you are. There's me and Jill. There we are. This is her. She's super cute. She's married to cousin Larry. I love her. She's very, very cute. Super cute. Here's another picture. Well, that's a bad picture. I'm not showing that one. But anyway, that's us. Okay. I cannot. Where the fucking hell is that picture? You guys are going to drive me crazy. And I'm going to show one more picture of Jason because no one cares. But I'm going to show it because this little boy, when he was little, was the most darling. He had on Grandpa Slim's hat. And that's just after we had Keith. How cute is that? It's my little chirperoo. Yeah, he was so cute. And there he is, almost 28 years ago. There's baby Chirp. That is my little Chirpy. So cute. I love him, so cute. He was my little guy. He was really, really cute. And now he's just a little chirpy. Got his own little family and his own little thing going on. I know, he was very, very cute. Oh, look, I don't even, yeah, that's cute. There he is. Keithy's on my back. See? Little Jason, cousin Cassidy, and baby Keith there on my back. So cute. And actually, it's cousin Delaney's birthday yesterday, and I haven't even said happy birthday to my little cousin, which is really horrible of me. Really, really fucking horrible. That's how horrible I am. Okay, I can't find this picture. I'm going crazy. Let me look here. It's got, maybe it's in the family thing. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I'm wasting time. I should be talking to the camera and I'm being an insane person looking down here. But now I'm driven crazy because I can't find this freaking thing. Yep, don't know. Don't know. Okay, no idea. Oh yeah, this is cute. This is hilarious. I think this was 17-year-old Jason and me when he allowed me to sit on the couch next to him. That changed. Yeah, birthday Jace. Anyway, birthday Chirp, so cute. All right, I must stop this. I'm driving myself crazy, mentally ill. I can't. Don't ask me anymore. I don't know where it went. Okay, so anyway, the shadow people, I don't know what they are. I don't know if it's government interference or actually spirit form bodies from the astral level. They can peek in on us if you pay. Does he already have a wife? He has a girlfriend and a baby. So he's got Lila and he's got, Jason is super cute. He's super cute Jason now. Not allowed to say that anymore either. I'll always show you my pictures of my boys, my little Chirpy and my little Dewy Bug. But I'm not allowed to. They get mad. If I go home and I take their pictures, big trouble. I get this from Keith's hand all the time. I get no talking, no nothing. No bueno. My dog sometimes barks. That's exactly it. When do boys stop being lovely? I don't know, around age 10. Boys stop being lovely. Oh my God. Okay. Boys stop being lovely when they find girlfriends and they realize that somebody was fucking their mother like they're fucking their girlfriends. Oh God, did I say that? That's when I think that happens. When they realize, because their first love is their mama. And then their second love is their girlfriend, right? And then when they realize that somebody's doing that to their first love, like they doing to their girlfriend, and that it's their father, they don't like that shit. They no bueno with that. And that's when they start to pull away because they're the apple of their mom's eye. And then suddenly mommy taking that from someone else. That's right. Because it would just be creepy if it went the other way around. But that's what the issue is. And some boys that aren't as attached to their mother, maybe not, but that, kind of thing, just going to say, can be a problem, right? Now, I always show this because this is my Jason now. That's that sweet little boy with the demon on his back. Look, that is my Jason. That is him right now, trying to get away from me. So that's him. And then my Keithy, I don't really have pictures, but this is Keithy. He's real tall, my Keithy. There you go. Little Keith. So there you go. Jason and Keithy. Jason's all tatted and whatever. Oh, they're very fit. I know. They're very cute. Here's another one of my Keithy. I like looking. Keithy doesn't have any marks on his body. No, none of the tattoos, none of the gauges, none of that. Keithy's very strong, good. And then this is my Jason. That's him with short hair. Of course, he's in my bathroom, but that's him. So they're very different, but yet very similar, kind of little personalities. Yeah, Jason's all like marked up and tattooed. Personality, I don't know, it's hard to say. Yeah, I love my boys. But what, well, yeah, I don't know about the tattoos. They love the fitness. Yeah, I had them at the gym when they were little. I made them exercise. If they wanted to hang out with me, they kind of had to come on walks and exercises. Keithy's 6'4" and Jason's 6'2". And Jimmy was almost 6'5", their older brother. But yeah, little Keithy, I made them exercise like when they were very, very, very little, okay? Very, very little. Jason has like Jesus on his body, the Virgin Mary, the rosary beads, his brother's birthday. He told me the demon on his back keeps an eye on me. What the fuck? That's what he does. Yeah, Jason. Well, yeah, Jason's probably more like me. Although never fucking say that to him. I know Jason, when he got the demon, he's like, the demon watches over you. I'm like, wow, really? Exactly. Yes, he really has a demon tattoo on his back. It's a fucking demon on his back. I mean, I don't know why he put that there. He wanted to cover his whole back. So he said the demon watches out over him. I'm sure he's bullshitting and just wanted to cover his back. But yeah, that's definitely what that is. Yeah, so they're very cute and I love them. However, what I was saying is when it comes to kids, each one has their own soul path and it never has to do. I covered my back with an angel. Jason has a beautiful, the tattoos on the front of his body are absolutely, the angel that he has on his arm, the artist that did the front of his body is absolutely, really, the guy is an artist, works out of his home and is, it's absolutely an amazing tattoo. It is beautiful. It's verbatim. So on his hand, he's got the Virgin Mary under here, Jesus, and then this beautiful cathedral angel that sits here. So he's having like a spiritual war on his body, I think, which is very interesting. What do you think about a Shiva tattoo? I think whatever you want to put on your own body is your own thing. You know, at this point in my, I mean, I didn't want to do it when I was younger, but what I would do, twin boys can be twin boys are always different because different souls come into them, different segments of the soul. I didn't do tattoos, but I always said if I was going to do one, I'd shave the back of my head and put a fuck you on the back. That's just me. I'm a little bit aggro. So I'm sure I was from like some Irish revolutionary, something. Yeah, see, I don't know. Yeah, Jason's very, very psychic. Yeah, you could have a Ganesh tattoo. Put whatever you want. It's your body. Put whatever the hell you want. You know, whatever you want because it's your body. I don't know if it's natural to do that. I think some people want it more. Problem with a tattoo for me is I would change my mind. And then what? What am I going to do with that? Exactly. What are you going to do once you do that? So, I mean, I can take all my piercings out. I love piercings on the face. I've always loved that. So that's probably, yeah, 60s kid. I'm definitely a 60s kid. Love the piercings. And I love, like, anywhere you can pierce, I think is fine. Minus the nipples. I can't do that because I breastfed and I just can't go down that road with the nipples. I just can't. Can't, won't, can't. Wait, can read each other's minds. That's because you're connected. I love piercings. Love them. And by the way, I would do whatever when it's so interesting to me. The other thing that I don't mind, but don't think it's a good idea is sometimes I like seeing people with like little tattoos on their face, but I would never advise doing it. Because you'll change your fucking mind. But no, the nose piercing didn't hurt. Yeah, Vanessa was asking me. I have two, and I want to get a third one right here, or a little one right here. I actually, because I like balance, unbalance, whatever. But no, it didn't hurt. The ones that hurt the most, this one right here hurt like a mother. Some of those hurt more. Yeah, well, he's a Cancer. I see, you'll find Cancer men always get tattooed a lot. When did you get my nose piercing? I got it just when I turned 50. Because, at 50, I didn't care. people talk, I'm sorry I listened to people when I was younger because they're like, it makes you look cheap. Then I realized I like looking cheap. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, all the judgments, I shouldn't have paid attention to that, but you know, whatever. When I was in my 20s, I had all of my ear piercings and then, but not this one. So I had them all, but you know what? I love the facial piercings. I love the dermal piercings on the skin. That stuff I love. I love keeping my jewelry on me and not changing it, you know? Yeah, if you got little kids, don't do that. But I even don't mind Jason's gauging where they stretch the ears like that. I don't mind it. I just figure he likes it. Yeah, cartilage piercing hurt. This didn't really hurt. I mean, your eye waters, but it doesn't. No, people would say, you know, it doesn't look classy. It looks ghetto. You know what? I don't actually want to look classy. So I'm glad we're done with that. I was just born. It's funny. When I met my husband, he would always say, you look like Grace Kelly, or, you know, you remind me of that because I pull my hair back and all that. And that's a genetic thing. It has nothing to do with my personality. And that always really kind of bothered me that people thought, oh, you look like the girl next door. You look like that. And I'm like, I don't want to look like that. So it was always a problem for me. When people said, oh, you know, you look classy, you look this. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. So yeah, I don't ever want to be, I just want to look like me the way that I look without a judgment attached to it, whatever the fuck that means. So that was always a little bit of an issue for me with people because they say, yeah, I know they say stuff judged on your appearance, which is just strictly genetic. I thought I was crazy until I met a crazy woman. Exactly. But yeah, so I like what I like, and people are very judgmental on this planet. So I always wanted to look a little bit rougher than I looked, but not old, just rougher. Because people think I'm nice all the time. Oh, homecoming queen, exactly. You look like the girl next door, and people say that to me. I'm like, fuck off. Oh my God, that reminds me of a story. So somebody who I walked out of their filming and threw their money at them and said, just fuckity fuck off. Okay, so I don't remember when it was. It has to be 2011, 2012, something like this. And I was asked to do a commercial that would play in the Midwest for a psychic company that was run by the guy that did the Learning Annex. Okay, I forget his name, Bill something. He was the Learning Annex guy. He created the Learning Annex. He was a billionaire. I don't know how he found me, but he wanted me to do a commercial. So he introduced me, right? And he said, come in, film. We were filming at the Lowe's Hotel in Santa Monica. So he was paying me like $1,500 to do this commercial. It wasn't really a commercial. It was like a 5-second spot to see for whatever, a couple of weeks, how it did in the Midwest, and then to come back and actually get hired. So I went in, he had his assistant, and I dressed like I do now. However, that day I dressed. So he said, wear black pants and a top, whatever. I had longer blonde hair at the time, and I sat down, and we were doing the commercial, so I had to say the words. And he said, he came over and he tried to stick like a fortune teller hat on my head. And I said, whoa, because this was not part of the agreement. I said, whoa, what are we doing? And he said, and I quote, he said, no, you're going to wear this so they know that you're a psychic. And I said, Bill Zanker, yes. Yeah, anyway, and he's a short guy. So at least short men on power trips. So he says to me, well, how are they going to know you're a psychic? You look like an average housewife. To which I replied, see you next Tuesday. And I walked out the door. Yeah, exactly. I was like, you know what? The reason they're going to know I'm a psychic is because it's a fucking psychic commercial. And you've got tarot cards out here. I mean, what? I'm not wearing a beanie hat thing to look like an idiot. So what this was really about, I know, right? Like, I don't know how you're going to know I'm a psychic. I guess because someone's pretending to call me and I'm answering a fucking psychic question. Yes, that's what they do. But you're in the middle of a commercial and they're paying you. And so you don't get paid. And so I left. I'm like, no, sorry. See you next Tuesday. What the hell is that? Yes, Bill Zanker. He was fine when I met him, but whatever. He looked like this. You were wearing an apron. No, I was dressed something. I was probably wearing a sleeveless thing with tight black leggings on and boots, which is how I wear everything, right? But I was like, whatever. Oh my God, you pierced your own nose. Yow, how was that? Yeah, the herbal tarot deck is my favorite. Oh, New York. Can't get there because they're not taking in Californians. Exactly. I think a lot when they put those outfits on us, they try to discredit us. I don't believe in that 13th planet. I mean, they can have it. I'm just not reading it. I'm not going down that road with it. Yeah, I think they try to discredit psychics. That's what I think the issue is. So, exactly. Well, of course, the naked deck is everybody's favorite. Ghislaine Maxwell. Oh, God. Somebody wants me to read something here. And then I've got to leave because I just realized. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, they're talking about Macaulay Culkin and the human skin shoes. Anybody wonder why Macaulay Culkin was a heroin addict? Anybody wonder that when he starts talking about all of that? That's right. Enough people think we're crazy. Enough people, there you go. Yeah, 100% Pizzagate. We all know it's fucking true. It's fucking true. This is what these people do. I can't help it if people don't believe it. Yeah, sexually abused, literally by the executives in Hollywood. No mystery to it. Exactly. There is no mystery to it. I have only psychic friends. Anyway, I mean, I have other friends, but usually they're very psychic as well. Of course, they're all abused. It's like, I can't live on this planet. I must leave this planet. Okay, Ghislaine Maxwell. I don't believe she's going to fucking give names away because it's gone on this long. I hope God intervenes and makes those names go out. People are not going to believe those names because they don't believe Pizzagate because it was mocked. So they're not, I accidentally while fishing. Oh my God. Fishing hook in the ear, motherfucker. Oh God. Yeah, I just don't believe anyone's going to believe it. I still have people saying to me, do you think they were abused? Which makes me violent. I just want to punch them in the face. Yes, they're being abused. Why do you think they're doing what they're doing? Hello? You know, whatever. I don't know. I don't know who that Steve Judd is. I don't know who anybody is. So forgive me for that. I just think it's really sad that people don't understand what's going on. And as soon as they say it's happening, I mean, right now we have idiots all over the news and all over Facebook talking about crotch 19. Oh my God. 20,000 more cases as of 5 minutes ago. Oh my God, 10,000 more cases. These fuckers don't even have tests, okay? They don't even have tests and they're blathering on about all that shit. Here's the thing. Why is Ghislaine Maxwell not all over the fucking news with the fact that she's a pedophile procurer, okay? A fucking procurer of that, all right? Why the fuck aren't they talking about it? Oh no, let's talk, right? About the crotch 19. Let's make up some more shit. She's not only a madam, she's sexually abused kids. And let's talk about the dental chairs in Jeffrey Epstein's apartment. Anybody gonna fucking mention that? Hello? Can I hear you? No, let's not talk about that. That just got swept right over the fucking carpet. The dental chairs in his apartment and on the other side of the island, okay? So we got the pedophile island for your pervert, usually fucking white man, businessman over here, except Obama falls in that category and he's half white. So there you go. The white side took over there. There it is, racism. Ooh, why don't we talk about that on pedo part over here? And then why don't we talk about the dental chairs on Epstein Island in the satanic part? Why are we not? Yes, they're good. That's exactly right. So when they cut up the bodies, the teeth are removed and then they're fucking cut up and they're gone. Yeah, Justin Bieber, he tried to get away from it, but people don't understand because they're airy-fairy, they're pansies, they're weak-minded, they're pathetic. Oh God, shut up. Problem is people choose Isaac Cappy was always right. He was never not right. He was never not fucking right, okay? He never was not right. And he got murdered. He's not in witness protection. He's fucking murdered, okay? They murder these people. And by the way, just as a curiosity, when I do the video, in case something happens to me, I'm not fucking suicidal, all right? I'm not fucking suicidal, literally. But here's the thing. Did you know? No, I just forgot her name right out of there. Shelley Miscavige, okay? Married to the head of the Church of Crazyville. You know where I'm talking about. L. Ron Hubbard's Satanic Church. Why do I say that? Because fucking L. Ron Hubbard, Aleister Crowley, and Jack Parsons were all fucking roommates doing their sexual magic and their ritual magic to conjure up demons so they could get what they want. That's a fact. Go ahead, call me a crazy bitch, but that's a fact. I don't care how her name's Ghislaine, fuckhead, child sexual abuser, I don't care. Anyway, all of those people, Shelley Miscavige, when she got into the Church of Crazy Ass, all right, when her mother was 52 years old, her mother shot herself with a shotgun, okay, with a shotgun. Just listen to this. Shotgun 3 times in the body, and then decided to shoot herself in the head, and it was ruled a suicide. Got it? Got what happens? This is what happens. Yeah, that's it. I was like looking up the family to see if she had kids because I couldn't feel kids, but somebody said she had kids. Her mother shot 4 times. That ain't a suicide, motherfuckers. That's murder. Nobody's shooting themselves with a shotgun. That goes for Kurt Cobain too. I've done the video on him. They're not shooting themselves. People are dumb, and people, and they don't speak out, are going to get trapped, kidnapped, pulled into a different thing. That's what's going to happen. Trapped and kidnapped and hurt. And when it happens, here's what I'm going to say to you. Told you so. Sorry, bitches, I'm going down with you, but I'm going to fight it. Another thing, and I'm being dead serious about this. I can't express. Look at me. I go off on tangents. I must stop. Here's the problem I'm having. I can't even hang out with some of my friends because they have different viewpoints. And when I say mine, I get attacked for it. So I have to keep my mouth shut to keep my friends. So I got to go somewhere else. I resent that. That actually pisses me off. And now I'm becoming angrier. The second thing, the LAP, yeah, I know exactly. Whatever the LAPD, they're lying too. The second thing is, I am getting shamed. I got shamed the other day. I was in Burbank. I was going down by Stowe Canyon on the fire road, which means it's 12 feet across. Some loser man, and they're not all loser. I love dick, so I like a nice dick. Got it? This guy is riding up the hill. Yes, I said that out loud. This guy is riding up the hill, okay, up the hill on a bicycle. He does not have a mask on until he sees me, and he puts the mask on and says to me, put a fucking mask on. So I turned around. Ouch. Ooh, scared me. My cord just jumped up. He said, put a fucking mask on. You know what I said? No, I won't put a fucking mask on. Fuck you, you bitch. This is me. Fuck you right back, you asshole. That's twice in 2 days. I'm not doing it outside. Get that into your head. I'm never doing it outside. You are now stupid if you wear a mask on a mountain while you're running. I don't know what else to say to you, but I can't tolerate your stupidity. You are dumb, and I can't deal with you. And the reason I'm saying that is, if you can't handle people making an independent choice from suffocating themselves, keep in mind it was 95 out, people making a choice, okay, to not wear a mask because they are running, okay? Running. This guy was like in his 40s. And here's the problem. Next time he says it to me, because I will see him again, we'll find out, won't we? Because not only will I videotape him, I'll stun gun the fucker if he comes anywhere near me. But this was my problem. I thought about it. I'm mouthing off to him. He can turn around. There's nobody else on the trail. Nobody else on the trail. But here's the problem. The fact that he's that brainwashed and angry at me as if I'm the problem. Here's the real problem as the way I see it. As usual, it's an inversion of energy. Satanic inversion, Luciferian inversion. Secondly, when you talk to me like that, motherfucker, and I don't know you, I did not give you permission to talk to me. I don't know you. I didn't say hi to you. I didn't do anything because you had a weirdo look in your eye. Why do you think it's appropriate to scold me, you wife-beating son of a bitch, okay? Why do you assume that? Secondly, you are shaming me for something I don't even fucking have. So you're basically screaming at me like I'm wearing a scarlet letter and I don't have it. Number two. Number three, you're abusive and you're trying to shame me and it's bullying. So when you do it again, okay, when you do it again, I'm going to fuck with you in ways you don't even know. Like call the police and report you for it and we'll see who gets in trouble for what. That's what I'm going to do. I don't want to do that and I shouldn't even say it. But I want to start, yes, of course he's controlling. I want to start a paper trail of abuse so that I got something to say because it's not okay. No, they can't handle strong women. They can't handle it. And I'm not subservient. But what galls me, and it galls me, who said I was sick? Why are you making the assumption? Am I fucking, I would hate to be his wife or girlfriend. Yeah, he's probably got all three. And I don't think he was particularly tall, just saying. But here's what I would hate to do. I would hate to think that he thought because I was alone, he could bully me. And that's a huge fucking problem right now when you're alone. Because coming up the trail, okay, so he had to bicycle up from the front. Say it's a mile, it was about a mile. So a little bit, maybe 50 feet away down another corner was a couple with a very tall man and a woman. And neither one of them were wearing a mask. He didn't say fuck to them because I asked. I said, did that guy on the bike go by you? They're like, yeah. And I said, did he say anything to you about not wearing a mask? And they're like, no. So he targeted me because I was a single female, okay? He targeted me. I don't know what Trump is, but he's a politician. Therefore, he's evil in my books. That's my personal opinion. If you want to rule people on earth, you're a piece of shit to me. That's all I'm saying. I don't support either side. I'm not on a side. I'm not doing it. That is my personal opinion. You can hate me. You cannot convince me any politician is a good person. Well, yeah, I don't know why he said that, but I'm not listening to it. But actually, make him eat perfume and see you next Tuesday. He's looking at him, backhand his fucking ass. Seriously. Like, throw a rock at his wheel tires. Like, when he's coming down. I'm not going to do it, but anyway, the nerve. But the point is, they're actually shaming people who, number one, aren't sick, would get sick if they were to run up there with a mask on. It's 90 degrees. Yeah, I know what it is. He's a coward. It's not going to work. But here's what I'm going to tell you. When the vaccine comes out, and it will, because they're already putting legislation through about traveling and being vaccinated. What do you think that's going to bring up? I hope everybody knows that the people on my Facebook that write me and say, what's it hurt if you have to wear a mask? Just wear a mask. Fuck you, I don't want to, okay? It hurts, it's against my religion. I'm not talking about in your business. If you own a business, you have the right to tell me I have to wear a raincoat in there if it's your business. But I am not fucking taking that. I'm just saying, prepare for it because it's going to happen. So you better get your balls on and be prepared to stand up and, I guess, fight back against it, because we are going to be bullied into a corner. I'm getting bullied over a mask. I'm not getting bullied over the fact that, oh, it's coming. I'm getting bullied. Oh, yes, you say make your own choice, but when they start harassing you on a running trail, when you're a single female, are you going to back down? Are you going to, when they say you can't go to that county, that state to see your kid because you don't have the vaccine? Are you going to take the vaccine to see your kids or grandkids? I'm going to have to say no to that. I know, bring a gun, exactly, shoot the fucker. I know, but I can't just shoot him because he had a difference of opinion. But don't fucking bully me. Like, don't bully me. I'm sick of it. And all of these people that think I've got something, maybe you've got something. You are no bear, yeah, whatever. But see, and that's another thing. The word Karen, which is hilarious. White women with a sense of entitlement. They're bullying white, educated women intellectually, spiritually, because they all know we go out and do yoga and fucking meditate so we can see. So they are bloody hell bullying us by calling us Karens. Now I had literally had a friend call me and go, don't fucking go out and argue with anybody because they're going to videotape you and you're going to be all over the internet calling you a Karen. Why would I be a Karen if I, like any of those women that stand up for their fucking rights to go against the bullshit? Why are you a Karen? You're not saying I'm better than those people. You're saying personally, I fucking disagree with your concept. I don't agree with you. I'm not doing it. Just like when you try to feed me fucking drugs in my drink, I don't fucking agree with it. When you try to say McDonald's is okay with a Happy Meal for kids, fuck you, it's killing you. Why don't we boycott them? How come that shit the government isn't boycotting? That fucking shit. How about the Impossible Burger with Bill Gates and his crap isn't being fucking boycotted? Starbucks and their masks through the goddamn drive-through. Why isn't that being boycotted? All your fat little kids out there stuffing their faces with fucking McDonald's and French fries and school lunches full of shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Michelle Obama with your fucking kids should eat healthy crap in the schools? Fuck you to that too. Oh God, it's happening again. Anyway, but seriously, why aren't we doing, yeah, Brenda's exactly. Why aren't we boycotting that? Do you know how many fat kids there are? Do you know what your fat kids are going to do to my taxes? Your fat kids are doing to your own kids' health, you bunch of bitch ass mothers out there wearing your masks in the store with your obese children, you fucking assholes. You are poisoning. Do you know what you're doing when you make your kid fat and you fucking feed them like that? Do you know what you're doing? You asshole parents who say, I got a problem. Here's what you're doing to your kids. And I'm going to point it out to you, although you can't stop your teenagers from eating what they're eating. But here's what you're fucking doing. You are making them undesirable to every single lover in their life. People don't like fat people except for the fat chasers, but I'm not talking about them. You're making them a target to be bullied, humiliated, and harassed, lose their self-esteem, apply other addictions to them by feeding the McDonald's, you lazy bunch of bitches, and fathers out there that do it. What about you parents that think it's okay to smoke in front of your kids, you assholes? Is that okay? But you got a problem with me wearing a mask on the fucking mountain? Fuck you. And I mean that. I mean fuck you and fuck you. It's disgusting. I go on such a rant. It's disgusting. Oh, you alcoholics that drink your wine every night. Oh, look, I'm drinking my wine. I'm a special mommy. Let me be an anorexic mommy, you West Side bitches. Oh, God. Sorry. Not all West Side bitches. Some of them that I know personally. Why don't you pop your pills? You see you next Tuesdays. Drink your wine while you pretend with your boob jobs and your skinny bodies. And yes, I'm talking about somebody specifically, and she fucking knows who she is. Why don't you do all that shit and then pretend to tell your kids that you're all natural and your metabolism's really fast and speedy? You fucking lying piece of shit with a mental problem. What is wrong with everybody? You don't have the disease. I listening to a station today that said, I literally was listening to a station today that said the virus can travel for up to 12 hours. So it's just randomly floating through the air. TB doesn't do that, you morons. It doesn't do that. What? I can't. And then who do we have? Now I'm going to be a bitch on here. We have Chrissy Teigen all over Yahoo. We have her in a bikini. Okay, whatever. We have her, whatever the thing was. Then we have her bitching at American Airlines because they're not separating the seats, every person apart. Because on a long travel, maybe let's say a 5-hour thing to Florida or whatever, she's saying people got to take their masks off to eat or anything. I'm going to say this. There's no crotch 19, you stupid fucking bitch. Shut up. Just shut the fuck up, okay? If people think there's a goddamn disease, wear your mask. Do that. I'm not sick. And if you can't, I know she doesn't have to fly. That's right. And she wants it to change for her. And they're all wearing masks on the airplane, by the way. She wants it to change for her, and these fuckers are masked up all over the airplane. But she's Chrissy Teigen, and now we have to listen to her. And we have to look at her stupid husband going, I stay in, okay? Like every time on YouTube, his little fucking commercial comes on with a bunch of other liars where he says, my favorite meal when I stay in is the Impossible Burger. Shut up. Bullshit. stop lying. I can't take it anymore. And yeah, I'm saying that out front. Oh, she looks like a lady man to me, a lady boy. Sorry, I don't mean that. I can't critique anybody's appearance. I apologize tremendously. I'm sorry. That particular person does look like that to me. I don't know why I want to say that. Maybe there's some work she's doing and it's, yeah. I don't even know what to, I don't even, well, her husband looks feminine to me. Very feminine. So I don't even know what's going on there. I'm going to go with the word inversion. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it anymore. I can't stand it. If somebody says to me, I need to wear a mask while I'm running 12 miles in 90-degree heat. By the way, I'm trying not to be in 90-degree heat, but I can only get up so far. But if anybody is telling me I need to do that, shut up. I mean, they can't even breathe going up there. They're gasping for air. Oh yeah, they said the virus doesn't die in sun. I don't care if it does, and I don't care what's happening with it. It is not, Lady Bangs, I am not following the new normal. I'm not doing it. Hear me clearly. Are the pilots wearing masks? I don't know. We're not allowed in there because they blow up planes. You know how that goes. That started in 2001 when they started blowing up the planes. Well, no, Lockerbie, Scotland in the 80s. Okay, so people are blowing up planes. So I don't know about the pilots. Maybe it's the two of them in the plane, but what if one of them gets sick? What if the virus is all over there? I don't know. Pilots, no mask. Good, because they probably hyperventilate there and kill us all on the plane. There is no new normal for me. The new normal is whatever the fuck I want it to be because it's my life. It's not their life. I don't want to listen to them again. My dad covered my mouth. I won't shut my mouth again. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm fucking not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't care if people think I'm crazy. I'm not a doctor, but I got news for you. Neither is Bill Gates. Okay? So when I'm listening to Bill Gates talk about vaccines, he's not a fucking doctor. He's a prostitute and a money pimp is what he is. He's systematically got his finger in every corporation that stays open, which I assume now means In-N-Out Burger, because they're all staying open while all of our little independent mom and pop organizations are shut down because they have a hard-on for bars. Because apparently the protesters, they didn't pass anything on. They didn't pass anything on because thousands of them on the street crammed like this didn't fucking pass anything on. However, 40 people in a bar, those motherfuckers, they infected the whole city, assholes. No, not true. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Bill Gates is not a doctor. He's not a doctor. By the way, Tedros Andros is not a doctor either. The WHO, the World Health Organization, he's a fuckwad, okay? He's a murdering, sociopathic, ugly little tyrant bastard from hell. That's what he is. He's from hell. He needs to be beat up, tied to the back of a car and dragged down the street so people can throw rocks at his head. That's what he needs to do, okay? He needs to do that. That's what he needs to do. Bill Gates needs to shut his fucking mother effing mouth about what he does. Those mosquitoes that are biting everybody, he put them out there. Don't ask me how he does it. He needs to die. That's what I know, Ancestry.com. I don't even know what head games they're playing. I don't even know what they're doing. I don't even know what they're doing. I can't stand it. La, 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 la. I can't hear it anymore. I can't hear it anymore. I'm not doing it. If I have to live with a mask on, I'm not doing it. You're going to have to shoot me in the street. Bring it on. Bring it on. Don't care. Not wearing it. Call me a Karen. Do what you want to do. Don't care. And you know what? Stop fucking bullying people, calling them Karens because they're white women. All the women, some old lady goes, I have a health issue, and then she admitted she didn't. So they videotape it and say she's entitled. That's not a sense of entitlement. The fact that the government is imposing slavery tactics on the public is the problem, not the woman saying she doesn't agree with it. The problem is the government and the people that we allowed to have authority over us, and we're such pussies. We are pussies. I said that word again. I know you hate Trump for that word because God forbid he say the word pussy. Whatever. The vagina that we are, the pussies, the fucking cowards that we don't say anything. What's wrong with everybody? This video is going to be knocked down by YouTube for sure. But why aren't we standing up? Why are people not taking action? What the hell? What the hell is wrong? What's happening? Why are we, do you know, Independence Day was supposed to be the celebration of Americans. I think I'm going to have a stroke. Americans and the tea tax. Do you know how much the tea tax was? 2%. What are we at now? 15, 18? Why don't I just fucking hand over everything I own to the government? Why are we not standing up? Why are we allowing this? If there, okay, 1,200 cases in Texas, they said, I read online. If there is indeed that many cases, and I listened to a thing on another channel, the Dollar Vigilante, where he took a news excerpt and it said, well, anybody that comes into the hospital with a headache and fever, it's a probability of COVID. I'm sorry, I'm probability of pregnant because I threw up yesterday? What? I mean, what are you talking about? Why is this acceptable? It's not acceptable. We need to know the criteria specifically for these tests. The criteria. What is required to take a fucking test? What are they marking? What are these markers, for the love of God? And stop telling me that 1,200 new cases were diagnosed. Where are these tests coming from? Because you didn't have fucking tests last month, but now all of a sudden everybody's got tests. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm going to be polite in public, but I really can't take this. I'm going to start going crazy. I'm going to start going crazy in public. I think what I'll do, because it's allowed in Los Angeles, is I will walk in to a public street in the middle of rush hour. I'm going to have to wear, I'm really going to have to wear a costume though, because I don't want people to know it's me. And I will pee in the middle of the street and block the motherfucking traffic while I pitch a tent, because that is allowed in Los Angeles on our streets. Gavin Newsom and his homeless money, along with I am as gay as a blade, Eric Garcetti, have done nothing to stop the homeless. Entire Hollywood Boulevard shut down with tents everywhere. But I'm a problem? I'm a problem because I won't wear a mask. What about the guy shitting on the street? Is there any germs from feces? Is there germs from the feces on the streets? Will somebody please tell me? Is there germs? Because if there's germs, when we're walking down the street or driving by, is it floating anywhere? Can it happen? Oh, and all of those bathrooms that our mayor took money for, by the way, oh, I know, typhus, you're exactly right. All of the money that pile of shit mayor, and his buddy Newsom, both of them, pile of shit, should be ashamed, destructive to the human race in so many different ways, took the money and didn't put out the porta potties. Did not. They aren't there. I go to dinner to the jazz club, beautiful area, nice big homes. What's all on the street? That's right, tents crammed together with filthy, dirty homeless people. I'm not picking on the homeless people. I'm just telling you, they didn't get the money. What is going on? Where's the money going? Oh, that's right. The money went to some of Trump's friends, some of Newsom's friends, Kanye West, a bunch of other motherfuckers, the winery that Newsom has stock holdings in. What is going on here? You and I, we are the dummies. We're staying at home. Y'all are losing your businesses. This is what's happening. What is going on? People need to, it's not sad. We deserve it. No, all government is a problem. All government. Get that through your head. It's not a side. And I'm not backing down from that. It's not about Trump. They're using Trump as a scapegoat. He is one of them. Bush Sr., Reagan, JFK, all of them, whoever, Clinton, Obama, all of them. Put them in a category of control freaks like Hitler. What happened with Hitler? Let's talk Hitler. Are we allowed to talk Hitler? I don't know. Anyway, there was the German people, and the German people, okay, were living their lives. They were nice believers in the airy-fairy, nice world that their kids grew up in, pretty streets. The Germans went to work. There was a mixture of people, Jewish and German, and God knows whatever else at the time, in the late 30s. Then Hitler got into power. What was it, 1938? Something like this. And he became the government. Hitler was their government. The German people listened to their government like these fuckwads that tell me, oh, we're so good, we're listening. Look what we're doing. We're wearing a mask. We support our government. Shut the fuck up. Hitler was the government, you a-holes. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the people that talk to me like this. So in the late, 1930, whenever Hitler got into power, Hitler gets into power, and what does this idiot decide? That's right. He decides Jews are a virus. So he says, let's round up the Jews and kill them all because, that's what we're going to do. The dumb German people, and there is no excuse for not speaking up. They were too cowardly, too selfish, and too focused on themselves, except for those that tried to help their Jewish neighbors, their Jewish people. They had them snitching on each other, and they basically genocided 6 million people, or whatever the number is. Don't quibble with that with me. A huge number. Nobody stood up. They handed over their guns and they listened to their government. I think that should be a life lesson. I think that we should all learn that people in power voted in by idiots that think their government should be listened to should not. Hey, we have awful people in this country. We have awful people in America because you know what? They're so selfish and so greedy and so disgusting. They're running around with masks on, scrutinizing everybody else because their poor, selfish ass selves are afraid of dying. They're the problem because they're greedy. They won't even articulate. They go right to their precious selves so they don't die. I hope I don't die. What the hell is wrong with you? Be cautious and normal. What you got to be a big coward for like that, you big coward? I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I really, the cash is going next. Yeah, they're the fucking problem. They're the cowards. They're selfish. They're telling me I'm selfish for not wearing a mask. I am not sick. You idiot. You are a coward because you put that mask on and run around fearful. You're shameful. Shame on you. You coward, and you're bullying. It's fine if you're sick, you got a disease, whatever. Protect yourself and be cautious, but don't you dare open your mouth to somebody not wearing a mask because your mask is supposed to protect you, right? Right. But the way they word it is, no, the mask is so you take care of your neighbors. Talk about mental terrorism and fucking narcissistic head games. Please. I can't even. Okay, there, I ranted publicly. Now I'm probably going to get shot at my door. Do the Amish even know what's going on? No, because they don't listen to us. It's not healthy. They want to make us sick. They're making us subservient. We are weak. We're not fighting back. We are cowards. I'm ashamed to be a fucking human being right now. Ashamed that we're letting a government tell us what to do when they have absolutely no proof of what's going on. Do we forget that Cuomo in New York City, okay, that son of a bitch, him on the news going, we don't have any ventilators. We need ventilators because we have hospitals that are overflowing with people dying of COVID, okay? This fucker hid the ventilators in a fucking closet. Hid them. And then Trump uses our taxpayer money, the people of New York or whoever, and he puts a Navy ship out there with doctors paid for with your money, whoever lives on the East Coast, or our money, or Fed money, whatever, with 1,000 beds. And he says, oh my God, put your sick people on the ship. This fucker takes the supposed sick people that he probably poisoned because they're old, and he puts them back into the nursing home with the other old people. What is wrong with him, and why are people not saying, stop this, people? Why are they not saying anything? What is going on? Cowards, selfish, thinking that if they do what the government says, their life will go back to normal. I got news for you. It's never going back to normal. It's going into a war. We're going to have to fight them. We are going to have to stand up to them, whether we die or not. What am I outrageous? Yeah, I know, but I don't understand. I'm supposed to be a fucking loser psychic, and I'm the one that can see this with all my other loser psychic friends, and it's common sense. That's the scary part. Psychics are mocked day in and day out for being insane, airy-fairy, nuts, crazy. We're locked in mental hospitals. Our kids are taken from us. People try to fuck with us. Yet, all the psychics I know are like, this is fucking obvious. And it's not a psychic thing. It's a Captain Obvious in front of your face thing. Oh, I can't. I mean, for God's sakes. But if anybody says anything to you, what did Cuomo do with the ventilators? Why did he shove them into a closet if it was such a fucking run on the hospitals? Oh my God, we're all scared. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. They're scared for themselves. They're fucking scared for themselves, making them cowards. The weak people are wearing the mask, minus the sick, old, and people with diseases and breathing problems. I'm not talking about people with real issues. And if they're sick, by the way, the people that I know, stay home. When you get a fucking fever, you stay home. I mean, who's running out with a fucking 104 fever? I have such a fever I can't breathe. Let me go to the grocery store right now. Let me do that. And these stupid people, why are you promoting not wearing a mask? Because I'm promoting not being a slave to the government. That's what I'm promoting. I'm not sick. I'm not doing it. I'm not sick. I won't do it. Cuomo needs to be brought up on charges because he's a murderer of old people. Another thing, again, with your old people, because one day I'm going to be old and I don't trust my kids. They're going to try to put me in one of those homes. That's why. Get your health in order. Drink your oregano oil drops. Put it in your tea. Don't drink it. Put it with drops. Do your shit so you keep yourself healthy. Always, if you are older and you have to go to the hospital, make sure one of your relatives goes with you and is your care nurse. Even if they're not your care nurse, they are with you because they are your court-appointed care nurse, whether there's documents or not, or do not take your relative to the hospital. They will separate you and make up shit. Do not do that. Do not do that. Go to an urgent care first, but be with your older relative. Go with them. Sit with them and protect them like you would your kid. Do not let them separate you in the hospital. Put your mask on in the hospital. Fucking put your gloves on, do whatever these idiots say, but do not let your older person go in there by themselves because they will not come out. Do not use fluoride either because fluoride was sold back to the United States of America by the Nazis, the freaking Nazi party. It was a neurotoxin and they had to get rid of it because they've got to fuck with human beings, so they've got to put it into our toothpaste. Also, Bush Sr. was the one that sold the guns to both sides of the war. Trump is no better than Clinton, is no better than Bush, is no better than Reagan, is no better than Obama. I don't want to hear it. If you tell me you're going to pick a side, then you're looking at politics like a sports game, making you an asshole. It's not about a side. It's not about a side. They've done that to us. Stop participating in that. Stop. It's not. They're both politicians. Politicians eat out of the same trough, the same pig trough. One may tell you what you want to hear, one may not. Period. They're I can't even. They're pigs. I don't care who their kids are. I don't care what they're doing. They're stealing your money through the taxes, and you should know by Cuomo putting ventilators in a fucking closet, asshole. I can't even. Everybody should be phoning their local hospitals and asking how many COVID cases are in the hospital right now. So we know, instead of this bullshit. And I've talked to enough nurses, and I'm not saying people don't get sick. People are getting sick, but it's not what they're saying. Cuomo needs to be basically put into the old folks home and infected with whatever he did with them. That's what he needs to be done. That's what needs to be done for him. He killed, 79 old people by putting them back into a nursing home when you had a Navy yacht, a Navy boat, naval ship to put them on with doctors prepared to take them. So you thought you'd kill them? You thought that was a good idea? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you even running people? Oh, I know what it's pissing me off. And I almost can't take it. So I don't know what to say. I may have a nervous breakdown between now and then. I can't do it. Yeah, it's terrible. It's disgusting. And the more that these people go on the news and start talking, Fauci talking about the second shutdown, the second this, how the fuck does he know? How the fuck does that guy know? He doesn't fucking know. He's a weasel out of the zoo. He's a zoo weasel, okay? That's what Fauci is a fucking zoo weasel, hired by the zoo establishment of pigs in order to control, you may need a shot, exactly, in order to fucking control people. I've had so much of it, I can't deal with it. And by the way, here's another thing. I'm just going to ask you to contemplate this with a person with half an IQ. So you're having trouble breathing. All right, I get it. I'm asthmatic. I don't have asthma right now, but I am asthmatic. I've had pneumonia where I couldn't breathe. I've had to go to the doctor because I couldn't walk 3 feet because I was blue in the lips, and I had to be put on breathing treatments. I'm just fucking curious why we go from I have pneumonia and I can't breathe, or I'm having trouble breathing, to you need to go on a vent, be sedated, and put into a coma. What's in between that? Like, are we just gonna, what's the fuck is in between that? Seriously. Here's my other question. The guy, and I don't know his name, forgive me, the guy that died on Broadway yesterday, the 41-year-old guy with the baby and the mom, the wife, that died of COVID. Here's my question to you. What the fucking actual fuck does him getting a leg amputated have to do with COVID? What is that? What is that? Well, why is that even in the same sentence? So now COVID can cause Nick, yeah, that guy. So do we know if he had AIDS? Did he have AIDS and have pneumonia? Because he was on Broadway. I'm not making a judgment. Maybe his wife was a beard. Like, I don't want to say that, but maybe they agreed, business arrangement. Woman agrees to have a baby with gay man who's bisexual at times because he wants, both ends of the cake, whatever it is. But why were his legs amputated? Can somebody please tell me how that happened? I don't understand. Maybe I'm stupid, but I don't fucking understand, okay? I don't understand. Don't get it. Diabetes, I could see that. Then they need to say, okay, ventilators cause thrombosis. So they put the blood clots in his body with the ventilators. But why didn't they have them? So ventilators are what we go on when we go under surgery, right? So why didn't they keep his legs, massaged like they do, right? He had blood clots and they think it went to his lungs. Okay. The ventilators killed his lungs. So they murdered him too. So he's like murder. Don't go to the hospital. Go to an urgent care, get them to do whatever they can do, and then pray to God you'll be better. But don't go to a fucking hospital. And don't go if you're older. Go to an urgent care first. Just don't go, because there's something fucking going on. Here's what I am going to say, though. I'm going to tell the story. It's not my story to tell, but I heard about it. Okay, so one of my friend's fathers came into town from South America. He was 82. He got caught in the middle of this disease. He was supposed to stay here for 2 weeks. Anyway, he had to stay here for like almost 4 months, right? He couldn't get a flight out. In order to get a flight out, he's 82. His flight kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. In order to get a flight out, he had to book a flight like 13 hours, okay, through the consulate to get back to your own country. He's 82. He had to book a flight through Brazil, the most infested airport. They're not doing any flights out of there. But his country was right next to Brazil. This 82-year-old man had to get his medicine because he had to stay in this country longer because of the lockdown. So he went into the emergency room 3 times, okay? 3 times. He's 82 to get his medicine. He is diabetic. He did all of this shit. Nothing happened. He flew through Brazil with a 13-hour layover in the airport, highly contagious. Not him, the airport apparently. And he's fine. So what the fuck is going on? Just saying. People got to think, and I just feel like if people don't speak, wait, what is it? You have to go to a ventilator. Chances aren't good to begin with. Exactly. Yeah, don't go to a ventilator. Of course your dad, I hope your dad's okay. Just don't, I wouldn't send anybody I know. You know what? The hospitals are about money. Doctors are about money and prescribing prescriptions. That's what they're about. They're about doing all of that kind of thing. Take care of your own health. Do whatever you got, a flu shot, something ain't right. Something is not right here. I'm not saying if you wear a mask, there's anything wrong. I am saying if you wear a mask and you tell me what to do, don't do that, because I'm going to tell you if you're fat, if you're smoking, if you're vaping or drinking or popping pills, you are the burden on society, not me who's healthy running up a mountain without a mask. You're the fucking burden, and you're going to get that in your face. That's what's going to happen. A Q-tip is not a test. No kidding. But they stick that up our hooches too, you know. They do that and put it in a petri dish. So I don't know. They put something on it. But they're the fucking problem. The people in the masks that are telling me, okay, we did agree to come here at this time period. So yeah, I know. But I don't care if I die right now. I don't know why I would agree to this. I actually think like the Gnostics that I was kidnapped here. I'm a hostage here. I don't think I agreed to come to this planet. I really don't. I'm not agreeing to this fuckery. I just don't agree to it. I'm thinking a little bit like the Gnostics where I was kidnapped. So my belief system is now, how are we tricked into reincarnating? That is my belief system. I don't think I would choose to come to this. This is not something, it's not a pleasant place. Having said that, I enjoy my life. How about that? I feel like I'm a hostage, but you're right. There is some karma. We must be here, or we're being tricked into it by not standing up. Here's what I can tell you. If you don't stand up when you know something is wrong, okay? If you don't stand up because you're afraid of rocking the boat, losing your money, losing your family, then I guess you deserve what you get, which is going to be slavery. That's what it's going to be. You're going to be a slave of the new way we live. The new normal. Let's make a buzzword. Let's do a PR thing and call it the new normal. Listen, you motherfuckers, I'm not doing it. I'm talking to the government. I'm not doing it. It isn't normal to me. I don't agree to it. Pedophilia is never going to be normal either, by the way. Man-boy love association, not normal. Don't care. Not normal. Not doing it because you marry your daughter, not normal either. No acceptance of that, not normal. Nope, not doing it. Smoking meth every day, not normal. Drinking every day, not normal. Not normal, not listening to you. Not listening, sorry, no, can't hear you. Let's ask ourselves, let's look at somebody like Nancy Pelosi and ask where she got all her money. Until we know where that bitch as a public servant got her money. Let's look at Biden. Biden is a fucking child groper, but let's vote for him. Let's put him on the ballot because people are dumb and they'll vote for him because people basically all want to grope their own children, right? Right. It's the new normal. What else is that about? I know. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What is going on? It's insanity. Yeah, pay attention big time. And if you believe in something, wait, aliens don't come to Earth because it is too violent. No kidding. I'm feeling this way. They're trying to pit us against each other. I've got men in masks yelling at me and women on the side of the hill yelling at me because it's 90 degrees out and I'm running up a hill. It's not okay. Keep your mouth shut. I don't say to you, what are you wearing a mask for? I don't say that to you. I say hi and I smile. That's what I choose to do. What are you yelling at me for? And if you're afraid of catching something because we can't stick 6 feet across on a mountain because it's only 2 feet, maybe you need to step off then. Maybe you need to fucking step off, right? Step the fuck off. Step off. Step off, George. Remember George in Seinfeld with the cute guy? And he was too busy getting a sandwich and Kramer didn't hook the thing. It's always Kramer's fault. Anyway, and that boyfriend of Elaine's is like, step off, George. So maybe these bitches need to step off, right? Why they want you to wear it outside? Because where I went hiking on Mount Wilson, it says the only thing we ask is you wear a mask. I'm sorry, no, I'm not wearing a mask on this trail. It's on the trail. It's not on the street. What the fuck? No, absolutely not. Unacceptable, not good for my health. Ask your doctor if wearing a mask is good for your health in 90-degree heat running up a mountain. Ask him. Do it. Do it. And then report back to me. You'll get your answer. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta go, you guys. I've been talking too long and I've lost my mind. All right. Okay. Speak up. That guy. I don't know why his legs were amputated, but now I understand. Okay, bye, you guys. Peace out for the evening. Have a good night. I love you all. I really apologize. I must stop going public when I'm in a rant mood. It's just not a good thing for me. Bye, you guys. I love you all. I really do. I'm not yelling at you when I yell. I'm saying we all need to speak up. But we can't do it where we get filmed because us white women are going to be called Karen now as a way of suppressing our opinions. Just saying. If I do get called a Karen, it's Miss Karen. Okay, bye, you guys. Love you. Sorry. Tandem. I went off on a tandem again.